Palamiek clan. We have Angoli of Arak Obe. We also have Jojo Juang Opoto, clan leader of Molachol Odiek, Onyualichen. Thank you. Our chief guest among the political head, we have Honorable Okelo Rick, Chairman LC5 Lira District Local Government. We also have amidst us the Deputy Resident District Commissioner of Lira, Mr. Kabonga Daniel is right here. My Lord, we also have the Resident City Commissioner, Mr. Lauren Igole Emi is right seated next to you. We also have the Deputy Mayor of Lira City, Imat Rebecca Aloedo. We also have the Lira City Speaker, Mr. Patrick Okwi. We have Mukamba Ibrahim, the Deputy Resident City Commissioner, Lira City East Division. We also have Mr. Odongo Stephen, Resident City Commissioner for Lira City West Division. Among the religious leaders, who is from the Healing Center Store Church. Thank you. We also have Dr. Jackie Oto Olima, who is here from the Church of Uganda. Our chief guest. Thank you. We also have our champions, our winner. Champions.
Wilma Wara, Judge Man Flavia, Zeja, Eto, Igumaraj, come and Angol Duong Melera, Man
Limited.
and Kaswaga, and I'm a
Chief
game.
guest, just
Well,
there we have the regional police commander.
of Uganda, Alphonse, Wayne Jolo Tigamoy, Eto Igumaraj, report that you need and
So,
Principal Judge, Amenomir Bet, Kanman Flavia, Zejan, and Tidini, Ye, Lake at one Mekolo, and I'm a president, you are a Kaguta Mustafa.
Ayona,
You know me, yeah, state of the nation address. You look at the level of Uganda, come down for part of a part of Yabino. Now, I may you were Chahar, may you by Chahar, can you by Chahar Carcel? I may well my warang or Dan Can Gaspaga, Carcel to Calamogo, make Melira City, the Melau, make it go better at Melira City, Lawrence Gole, Bino Waro or Nano, police to Yakarin Kedem, a medical Motama Beach Melira RCM Glory. Yung kanok into ko ba o tabi ba bot police man paya brigade ame indusu ngatame woni SP dik wune telu wiki bino yaro yore ngo ame police ame tilwani ko machiu bot ko ba mama ke jener gen tabi no wot bot dula me bot rayo chole lo biganda man URM ngatame lo ni Felix Bukoma aye hotel wiki ame bedo ngatame lo station me lira kan bino yar ko ni achala bala yuara e gina tiu ke dul metti yuara fa pat karma ngol kop dan kan gas ko pe ni kope efris kono kope reka balo ameno mi ka arbil cho mi ke ngeyo a gi magat ne nok e ka oper karsel kede timama ya fida federation of fida amengat me hotel wi woni Muhammad yona magindang lo karsel kede be ma yar ti gene gene lo nyu puar yen monopol tiam etwergi tio toro er karna ngol ko pe gini cho kon ga pe rekano no tikka ke lawyers me bedo mon namani dong lawyers me bedo cho dang ti pida je karsel ke justice for children and probation officer amengat me lo ni patricia telangat ya telo wigi dang ti kan o ti karsel ke ministry me internal affairs ame ti ginano dia boyo ko me community service with dano me dano tu ti oho mandang genti kan uti karsel ke Redeem International agindang lonya manani o kwa hotwera mon to uti karsel ke officer DPP ame obedo ati kan kun Jonathan an Okelo ame obedo chief resident attorney melira lo ko numero no gen tienda ka ya bo ka ngat do yen karshel kede kopki dogala tie poti kanene wi tong ma kan ki karshel kede tono to wi tong ma buori tie karshel kede jojo jwanga pota wi tong mo mo le solo tingal ting tie karshel kede kita kelo yo ma bedo wi tong me ba ko pel ko rapo tie karshel kede jojo ngola wi tong me rakobe tie karshel kede bos ko lulung ngay kan ying ma chanadiro wi tong me nomo tie karshel kede Joseph Led Magezi wi tong me rako jole yam ke karshel kede Christmas yeno don loya dit dang dori eno beda wi tong me pala miek pichu ba metikano tie karshel kede Reverend Dr. Jackie Milton Otolima mat metie kan karshel kede Reverend Ojeden metie kan Chief Magistrate ne Lira Jope adoho dang tie kan akome enem eka polisi me lo gini pero polisi me lo timi perman ASP Christina Tala me po kan me balo ti mari new chief of crime officer ko ni kin ka tuni kan me pa ti gin to tempering ko tamu ba new bal jaden kalau fingerprint new chaba tingdan me dong gin utia man men ni jaden bi ngoti ka kare pero karashel kedem detective Isaac Udon Newton me eno yaay CPS me Lira City karshel kede dong jo kednen achala bala akao Mary amelo twer dino CPS me Lira City no komnikin kinedok kete kagino tiu pero ora unyo winyere ay peratek now prisons at meloni assistant superintendent of prison man weekend wanguzi komni prisons waha me parni prison nyo buta bir mo pen yote no fast grade ko ni gini taw ne yi ko fast grade me dan so ko malam te bera til me buj magi ya me akko bi no ko ke ka do nyo ko no ti christian ke maro dong ene me ene ni pretty wodi go yore yo apol ya me kan ame karro miar yo ko me mano bi win ko ke ko ni dogola ti kan polo me kan par ko me no ka je mala ke ko ni ay eto ko na te ka bera ne ko nyu tede akel ke tiro dul mo ki hotiu kede yo be kan ngat telo pero kosom SC jimi parti ko kemal lobby police karshel kede brown me bere brown body ti wapwa nyo mede neno wa YouTube radio UFM ni abere ko no bio peli yore jomi bisu amerikar kino be ma amerikan me pe mi ngeo dia karshel kede lukmea alwedo repeto gole dia karshel kede won kama bich na Lira district RCM pelo rek dia kede lawyer ka Paul kana dia kede ko puj wa moro disu pun mede neno wa YouTube wa we will wari YouTube so UFM subscribing ekate bedo following no go puj jam ni kama timara bigi tege UFM kun yor tanda ko ini want me la kalit pa ni ni do pitel me ma bir ni to dista rio dek bor atel big at bedo ni bro be hadu ko wat ngat me tialo chawani en
Have quite a number of innovations to improve performance, such as plea bargaining in criminal cases, mediation in civil cases, and of course we visit locals before delivery of judgment.
Tikere jamo kene kene me wano tamni ukato kede menen no ber mere kuna yakina giti leyu lok kede no kene dong.
As far as mediation is concerned,
achalo leyu tam nyo leyu lok nyo beru kede pora tie.
We have 3 accredited court mediators.
Tikere kota deka me omiyo
that is Mr. Omara Dixon,
Tikere aduong Omara Dixon,
Ongom Walter, and Okonye Mike.
Kede Okonye Mike.
Now, as I wind up, these are some of the challenges we face as we dispense justice. So we have heavy workloads. Then there is the need for a second resident judge. Advocates will agree with me on that. The judge is overwhelmed. We have challenges of transport for process servers. Inadequate operational funds. Our magistrates don't have transport. And of course the chief magistrate here is overwhelmed, having to sack it. So recommendations: we need a second resident judge. There is need for 2 more chief magistrates. Of course, transport for magistrates. Last but not least, permit me move a vote of thanks to the Honorable Chief Justice of the Republic of Uganda. And the Judicial Administration for enabling this court open day. Special thanks go to the resident judge Lira, all judicial officers and the entire staff of Lira High Court and the local organizing committee comprising the regional chain link members and the district chain link members for working tirelessly to enable this day. I say this for God and my country. Thank
you. Thank you so much. Praise God. I believe God has kept you well. I thank you so much for coming. My name is Joe Adoko.
Chief Magistrate.
I think I have taken hardly 2 weeks. I am happy to have you in this important event. I'm a Lango and I'm going to use Leb Lango. And whoever is not getting Leb Lango well, someone is ready to take it to English. Today is your day. In fact, we shouldn't have spoken much. And because of that, there are some forms that are being circulated to you. In case you've gotten that, you can utilize that form well, because today is a day to strip some people or someone. It is called an accountability for that matter. In the scriptures, some people were given some coins, and the owner said, "I'll be leaving you for a short while. But when I return, I'll need an accountability." And someone hid his and said, "For me, I know you're a very tough person. I didn't put it in use." And someone said, "I have made some profits of what you gave me." And someone said, "I have also not done anything." And for those ones who did not make the best use of that, they were withdrawn. The coins was withdrawn from them. So for this matter, therefore, for us here in court, we work for you who are seated down. And once you are no longer there, the chief guest will even say, so everything is done. We can now close.
One are existing because you exist.
Well, because of Manono, one tie and wundai tie uno. And today we are going to have small time to speak and give time for you. But in case something good has happened, we also need to appreciate. You also need to appreciate us. In case something has not been right, then you can also be able to point at that so that we can improve. Because the two cannot move together and not until they agree. At some point in time, I'm going to lead the session of question and answer. And because of that, the forms that are given to you, in case you are not given, you can ask so that you are given and write something and forward to us in case you still do not have, we shall tomorrow.
Media team, please, can we have those forms? The feedback forms, please. Some people have not gotten some. And compare ngokel wu perta heno eno kan pien people wu ngara chel perong oga gama chel ay yung ngeye o kwany jo bishop aro tello dana metawni mega mortie ni recovery.
And to be honest, that is what has brought us here. So endeavor to write something that, and at some appropriate time we may be able to pick about 5 to speak in case yours is not highlighted in the ones that have been written down. So we have hope everything that you'll have written down will be addressed to. In case you have written it in Leblanc, we have someone to translate in English, and the chief guest will be able to pick it right. We thank you so much. And we thank you for coming. In case you are thirsty, please don't get more thirstier, but raise up your hand. We have a team that will move around to serve you cold water. Thank you so much.
Chief Magistrate Karachel Kere Deputy Registrar Mao Berukalo.
Let's clap once again for the people who have spoken now, and we are still moving on.
Thank you. Our chief guests so far are so good. We are very mindful of your time. We're aware today the head of the nation will be making an address to the nation, and we're sure you would wish not to miss that. We are going to try our best to see that we handle all the programs within the time.
Otutamani kitame tinini adwonglobo wame Uganda ami yokelok kwaho Uganda ni natinini umetubu bonya wa wiki kare yinang piratek total ibet kire kare me wopo yore ngome che adwonglobo tia kobo ni natinini.
Our program is live on QFM, YouTube channel. We appreciate them for live streaming, and I know that those who have missed, I'm sure there may even be questions online. I am yet to find out from them. If it comes, we will request you to accept.
You are young to tell me for your QFM, Pianomio, live YouTube channel, and
our chief guest, just like the chief magistrate have said, we are more of discussions today than the talking. However, we'll have some few remarks from the following people: the mayor, the chairman LC5, Lira district, and the resident city commissioner. But before they could come in, we would request that we have a small interlude, a break. We have Yendo, a traditional dance group. They have a very short dance here. I'd request if they're ready, they have what we call la kubu kubu. If they're ready, DJ, you could do that so that we have that small interlude and we move back to speeches. Thank you.
We came from far, we still going far, going far. We came from far, we still going far, going far. We came from far, we still going far, going far. Life is a journey, life is a journey, it's a journey. Life is a journey, it's a journey. Life is a journey, it's a journey. Life is a hustle, life is a hustle, real hustle. Life is a hustle, life is a hustle, big hustle. Life is a struggle, life is a struggle, real hustle. When you don't, give me river. When you don't, you want more results. When you don't, give me river. When you don't, you want more money. When you don't, give me river. When you don't, you want more results. When you don't, give me river. When you don't, you want more money. When you don't, give me river. When you don't, you want more results. When you don't, give me river. You want more money. La bemon mi jambi chweria. La bemon tok jambi chweriba. La bemon mi jambi chweria. La bemon tok jambi chweriba. Ujang mi doki chweriba. La dula kit mi ki chweriba. Dig la yata mi ki chweriba.
Gina mi dan peri anen chalo tida we bala tini ateke mi mahamere I don't know do Christian. Right, poet étoile. Quand nous lève sur nous, que nous va donc chinois va fort. Era le pauvre chinois cette étoile. Fort étoile.
Thank you. Chief guest, this group has coming from
la puma be in la pit. Very dog watch. Duty pagamente no retirement. Very dog watch. Duty pagamente no retirement. Very dog watch. I tell me about what we're going to get.
Jolly mad.
Thank you so much, my Lord, the resident judge, who is our chief guest of today's function. And allow me, stand on already established protocol. I'm Rebecca Alwedo Gole, Deputy Mayor, Lira City.
Enobedo imat Rebecca Alwedo Gole, Alob Mayor, Lira City.
First and foremost, allow me extend an apology from His Worship the Mayor, Lira City, who is indisposed, attending a council engagement in Oima.
Timaber actual kisha duong Mayor Lira City, NPT yakinawa tia winyo ti I council chiel ameti Oima City.
My Lord, on behalf of Lira City Council and the office of His Worship, the Mayor of Lira City, allow me to welcome all of us to this very significant function.
Ikaka office Mayor we hajol Judicial metekani choban man no lobakino wake.
To me, this is really so important to our community of Lango.
Iman ibora anuno bedo ginapira tek to 12 bod Judicial amobedo lao.
I would be so much disappointed to inform the congregation here today that in Lango, when you talk of a court, anything involving a court, we are always shying off because of the fear in the processes that takes for one to achieve justice.
Well, komi karo peda kobo pebe pien iboro lao kan kado koportie te kobunin court. Kitame tunu kede yagi kimere adano beda luoro ko pie kitame mi lob kede chake na yagi kimere.
So today as Lira City we've been graced by this occasion where we have the community freely going to interact with the legal personnel that we have in here available.
Tinini oberton min gum to trial bod Judicial melao megini nywako karachel otele yotam karachel kede Bema Papat Ame Law Court.
We are glad that we have a number of them. We have the Justice Center, we have Law Development Center, we have the police, we have a number of them and civil society organizations that offer legal services to our community.
Iwa yung to 12 piano ticket again dushudong tini ame kwa hako bikom court.
This function today is more similar to a function which is always taking place with the police department, which is called community policing.
Mani buhu shala kere na mebedi polishi ame gin bino temi yupuin bot jo ame tie kana wanotiye.
In this very similar way, the community used to fear a lot interacting with the police, but now due to community policing, people are free to interact with the police.
Yora chello no otedero no tek to twal megi ni lok nyukube kede policy. Eto alobere kede kodi gina chalo mani yene umio gindo no lok kede policy yora wana utikere gini ya tike meji kiene otedera da bidam kede kare me lok kede tela me kot yore dishu yora do.
So today we've been granted the liberty to interact freely with our lawyers. We have the private firms here, we have the civil society organization. Please feel free, air out all the challenges you've been facing, let them be known so that through this we shall be in position to address them.
Dong tini ni kede gumti kede ni wundung beruna gonya mele yutam kede kodi joa we anukobo ni dishu.
We've already heard from the precurrent speakers who mentioned that the work, the backlog at the judiciary section is overwhelming to an extent that sometimes it's hard for a case to be settled amicably.
One way but ngata mi loho yungea ame anput pa tuno goboni teacher duong tie total koptia pol onyo cases notia duong nyimgi ame mio beda tek total metie ko me yoriot.
And for this reason, I'm humbly requesting through you, the chief guest, that we seek for an alternative dispute resolution mechanism which probably could include the cultural institutions in handling and resolving cases that come from within our community.
Tamoni mekonyo koru akwayo ni katwere mi obedkere enokene amera mobrang bedo bala man na metio kopi kunuo okero dang otela wa mete kwaro adagin digini kan me nokena me gina mutiko tie ko me pe otunu nyimu me nyimu pebeda me jamu yidde ya duong totwal.
We are well aware that in Lira City here we have one high court with one sitting judge.
Wanungyo Lira County kede high court achel kede ngol kopa metie kanda achel.
Much as we have a number of chief magistrates, still the work could be overwhelming if we don't embrace another mechanism to resolve all these cases.
Akari kono bedi court wora nyim kare ento kawan pobedo kede ninu kene meneno niu konyo koru gini na di yukum naha.
So to the people of Lao, allow me to shortwave. I want to talk to them in the local language.
Pijome pashu iye yunbe lokdo kedu leb Lao kuno akwa welma wara ni iye yada lokedu leb Lao. Pongo kamiru mede gonyo yanyo do wodburgi keken ya wodbur Judicial.
The key one I've already Jowa me Lao remuno ba. Upoyo unu bino. Iwi unu luoni te binu unu pientino bedo ni na pere tek mechiel. Wani Lao kano ngeoni ka kes udahoni kese ameja winyi court wan dushu uweho unu ko da ojalo unu ko bifongo unu justice. We have utike the reasons a poll amemiowa giving up on cases amenutia bini court. Na machiel ti expensive. Me is wasting a lot of chienne miri ti kere gino kene. And peongeotin amitun yanguni tere kachie kesa duti ko dushu mira tedero balgi chie dushu mewek entengo telanyo kesi court tina mitubed una gonya utie unu kere jama pol wan dushu ngeoni kado kesu beru kese lobo lara lobo kesu petum do mitu penyo pingo chie kes ka binu amemako lara lobo petum. We're over 10 years, I'm in Upotum. Upenyunugi, mewe honyangunu, utodo kunukere kira damo lil. Mewe dihima chakakche, uti unukere kopora meo mitikot konywa ye, ngeo kakwena miru chaki ye, miru tim kere miru gikingo, no mandu tingo, wana utikere ngechere. Tin po beru nino mara me, amaho maro tiye, Petting atora me yonge chendo ka goye chimte ko bi na woro ma chelo lo karoman ko de binitake water petie tinu mi wati unu free logina me ingeni pore ai kete loko te gama gonyere winyu unu apoyu watek me bino pamita balcha watek tutwal ento atikere one request to the chief guest. Dear chief guest, Lira City is one of the very fast growing cities in Uganda. And to me, Lira City is still a baby city that has a lot of issues, complex in nature. And to cite an example, here in Lira City without trade order, we don't deserve to be called a city. And when we are executing our activities that creates order in the town or in the city, we cannot do it exclusive of this arm of the government, that is the judicial. We really humbly request that always we have lawful resolutions passed by our council, that we need to implement them, but we cannot do this if we do not have the support of the judiciary. And secondly, we have a lot of stubborn people out there whom we always pray that we should bring them back to book. And by doing this, we involved the prosecution processes. And without a magistrate to Lira City Council to help us address all these cases that arises over time. I want to thank everyone present. And as I conclude, I allow me, within this time given to me, to introduce the political leaders that we have in here present and the technical leaders.
Like that, atike daka menu to teach we be a metia yakina wakan kedo teach a governmente ame tite twero na kanene.
Wherever you're seated, please rise up for recognition.
Kana mebedi ye ke ye chungitieni we konyuri vote lwa kamete kan.
Thank you so much. We have the speaker, and among the technical team, I have our dear MC is one of our staff of Lira City, and we have the deputy town clerk seated in the tent. Please rise up for recognition. And I conclude by saying, I wish us all the best and the most colorful and meaningful engagement.
Lego ni oba malumechel mi wa ndushu kare me le yutamo to tika ber inyingo ba pap kiri wot kiri chunya chilo roba pachine ningo. Amen.
Thank you very much. Amene Matt Dono Bonyo Kiringongo Gini. Yeah, chief guest next in our program is the chairman LC5. Most time when chairman LC5 introduces himself, RCM Okelo Rek, Jopengeo RCM Berungo, Joron Tamugina Pat. Joadia Ngewa Amino Transport or a dog pajo. Jopengeo.
Jokene Towni RCM Beru, give me Mumoy.
Towni Ginemo in Margo Beru, title Loro. It is Richard Cox Max. Okay? It is now our honor to invite Honorable Richard Cox Max Okelo Orek, Chairman LC5, Lira District Local Government. You're welcome, sir.
The chief guests for this day,
the
resident city commissioner and the district commissioners,
RCC Kedeme district,
the judiciary officers who are present here, our dear clan leaders who are really seated there. I'm very glad to see all of you. The citizens of Lira and Lao in totality.
I
will not forget the clergymen who are here and who are also with us.
We are
and all the protocols observed. Today is a very important day for us as far as court is concerned. You cannot avoid conflicts. You can stay in your home very peacefully, everywhere very peacefully, but you find conflict coming to you. Conflict,
it is actually, you cannot prevent conflict.
It's always there. And that's why court is always present. And therefore, I would like to thank this, the organizers of this function. Sometimes back, the team of Lao leaders, that is LC5 and Mayors Forum, visited the Chief Justice of Uganda.
In Lao, we
have the association here which brings all the 9 chairpersons and 1 mayor, a total of 10, and we have formed the association to champion issues that affect Lao.
Ilao kan 1 week kome abong wen kede mayor chel o tweo chinwa karachel out beri yikame wanobero karachel meneno ni otio pekame kemo Lao.
There are so many issues that affect us, and when we sit together as a team, we have always resolved it amicably. When we visited the chief, the chief justice, he gave us very good encouraging words and promises. We were complaining about access to justice.
Wano bedo miyo kohowa alober kede kitango awaro tunu kede ngolo kobatira.
Because we have only one high court here.
Pinoti kede high court achela ken Lira kan.
We used to have courts in the sub-counties.
Richon we gomola chela chelo bedo kede court.
But it's not there now.
Era mando petiye.
But then he promised.
Era ntechi herani.
And he told us that he is going to expand the services to various districts and areas.
Ntechi herani enyayo court ikabeda popo la papata metie ikanurumu
so that people can get justice.
Kijo ngola tira.
What I'm saying is that we need expansion of courts in Lao sub-region. We were asked to give land and to write to them to show case that we have land for them to build courts.
Obinu kwa wani wano mi lobo eka ote choyo bala menyurni wano tike lobo mo mio menen ni kop me korbe dati.
And indeed we did it.
Yarete na wano timo.
Like for example in Lira district.
Apore Lira district. We
gave get some support to be given to the court in Ugur and in Amach.
Wano mio lobo Ugur keda Mach.
But we haven't seen anything coming out of it.
Airport pe oneno ginoro otuiye.
Because our district headquarters is moving away from the city to another area.
Pienda manono otuneno dongi headquarter me koti da ya ko city na hakanamia wanawori.
And we have land available for court to build offices so that we can get services at Ugur. We also told them that we can expand as far as Aromo, because Aromo is far extreme, and they said it is possible for us to have some court established there. Ladies and gentlemen, amita ko be expansion in Piera Tech, kapetwere, pienka korono ko jochegi, new cases are one or two okoya work ichobe ko yuyot. And this is what we had said as we visited the Chief Justice. Number yo, I would like to talk about services in this court here.
Mayor, I mean ko konya me wanu nuoi kota chalo bala man.
Man we hakobi leblanc.
Permit me to use leblanc.
Kaini bini court kan. Goni.
When you come to court here, you get highly and smartly dressed people here. He or she doesn't work and is not even recognized in the judicial. The office also is not here.
Complain cock ni gin openyu chente board kitaka mochini miachine
extorting money from them in the name of getting assistance from relevant court officials. This is extremely bad because it is extorting money from our people and making them poor.
We have made this case known to the previous staff of the court who are here.
These people used to be here and they were extorting money from people. Even now, they are also in existence. You find him dressed smartly like a judge. And the moment you hear from him, he speaks like he's a secretary to the judge. And the only thing is about extortion of money.
I want to alert the court. You people be careful. These people are using your name.
And they're stealing money from our people.
Manraj.
This is extremely bad.
And I want court to know it.
Because if it is not addressed, our people will continue suffering in your hands here. The third one.
Continue.
Please,
let's also embrace mediation approach.
Good afternoon, members. I request you to permit me to read mine since it's already written in English so that it can be taken straight to the guest of honor.
Dear guest of honor and other invited guests, it is a great honor and privilege for me to be part of this court open day that is taking place in Lira Court Circuit today. Much as we all feel we are conversant with our day-to-day roles, I strongly believe there's a lot we can learn from one another in an engagement like this one. Your Lordship, Lira City in particular and Lango sub-region have become a beehive of economic activities with increasing population, especially of the young people. Many of them are migrating in huge numbers every day into the city with the hope of living a better life. But little do they understand that city life is much more demanding than the rural livelihood which they seem to be running away from. Hence, they have become agents of all manners of crimes, which is already overwhelming the operation of the judiciary within this region. Made it extremely hard for the judicial officers within this circuit to expedite justice within timely schedules. Whereas new case on top, the accused, the suspects, they are relaying their cases. This happens because sometimes people do not understand what the few magistrates and one single resident judge we have in this region go through in the process of justice administration. Urgently requires another resident judge and more magistrates to help fight this case backlog, ensuring that this function is taking place in Lango, in Lira City today with the theme, developing a people-centered approach to justice. I believe the judiciary and the community have different roles, but also they both have strong commitment towards justice. We are doing, we can surely forge a way and improve on what we are doing for the benefit of our accusations and suspicions ensure, because people may not understand individual role and the role of other leaders in ensuring that there is smooth justice. I therefore thank you once again for ensuring that this kind of free engagement between the judiciary and the community is prioritized. My role as resident commissioner, sir, and head of security requires me to have constant focus on how we can fight crime and have peaceful and productive members of the community. But I cannot do it alone because mine, just like in the judicial system, depends on all interested parties doing what they are obliged to do in a correct manner. This includes local leaders, cultural leaders, and religious leaders, even the community itself. Therefore, the move to get the community and local leaders participate freely in such engagements, which is people-centered approach, is a move that simplifies justice and makes it easily understood and agreeable and accessible by the community. By this, the community will understand their roles in the management of justice and will appreciate the role of the judiciary in the administration of the same, and hence reduction in crime. Finally, sir, I wouldn't be fair if I walked away from here without recognizing your relentlessness in ensuring that there's proper coordination and proper leadership network within this region, within the little time you have stayed here. As leaders, as security, we coordinate so well with the courts and the judicial officers, and to me this is an achievement. It's making us core and move an extra mile. I thank the entire judicial officers in Lango for being friendly to the people. But the cry of the people is loud. It is through this engagement, I repeat, that we can understand our individual roles. Before we point to the judiciary, what have I done as a traditional leader? What have I done as an individual? Because some of these crimes, we can prevent them before they come to courts if we play our roles properly. Some other cases that come to courts even do not qualify to come to courts because our people do not want to agree even on simple things. So we have a role towards our community to let them know that court can only fuel problem, fights, and even death in the community. If we can handle our issues, and the courts can also allow, especially the cultural leaders, to handle some of their errant children at that level, then we shall have fewer cases to deal with than crowding our courts with cases that can be handled by the cultural and the church elders and then other elders of the community. But it is also sad when other cases are handled by the cultural leaders, you find the cultural leader being paraded in court for disciplining their own son. And this is another way of administering justice and creating a peaceful community and society. So it is also my appeal that cultural leaders be empowered to handle certain issues back at home. You have heard over 2,000 cases. We have one chief magistrate here and a few other magistrates. Only one resident judge in this entire region. We also need to feel for them. A single case cannot be heard within a day and concluded, and judgment is passed. So there's a lot that we need to do, but this can only be can be successful when there's freedom for other leaders to do their part and handle other cases before they can come to court. I thank you once again for coming. Chief guest, finally, I want to recognize my clan head. He's here, Awitong Ofomola Chol, Dieko Nyualicheng, where I am the speaker of the clan. If I don't recognize him now, for them they like disciplining, they already disciplined. They can go and cane me, and yet I'm disciplined. But those ones who are very indisciplined, their hands are tied in disciplining them. So I thank you very much, and all cultural leaders and religious leaders, I recognize you. I say this for God and my country.
Yeah, before Patrick Odonyo, enoloho ilemono. Era tenenon kidame jotia neno kede. Atero giporni langi dushidong aman winyo lemon aberu twal.
UP.
Peote don gonyo. That one point twal meo bang konyo wa one dushidong amani winyo lemono. Ba miugumba.
Anena gurumbera kubane UP amando gamendo kelo jo kwano do it pamano. Upoya matek. Let's clap for the RCC again for the message he has delivered and some of the points that he has raised that needs to be responded to and need to be addressed that can support the operations of you and us in the city and the region as Lango. Thank you very much. Our chief guest, we would like now to take this particular moment to hand over the microphone to the chief magistrate to take us through in the next session of discussions so that, because that is the core of this day, and I believe it's going to be move on very smooth. But so far, so good. Ko babu nuchingo po wandang. Thank you.
I thank you so much. Once again, I'm back before you. And at this point in time, we are now moving on to exactly what brought you here.
Ogam kapede lingatwali. Oh,
we had mentioned at the beginning that there are some forms given to you, and at this time, in case you still have yours, you can still forward it here so that we can be able to go through and give feedbacks. Chief Otike the RCC Tiamito Tomoginoro.
Okay.
Sorry for interrupting. Chief guests, kindly allow me. I forgot I have moved here with the deputy RCCs and also the RDC for Lira City. These are our leaders. We are transferred every now and then. I request you to just come and stand here so that people can know their leaders. Please, RDC Lira and the deputy RCCs, kindly come so that people can know you. I will request you to only mention your names. Thank you.
Apoyo Beno. Area one. And by the names of Kavunga Daniel Sentam, the deputy RDC, Lira District.
Thank you. Okamba Ibrahim are my names. I am Deputy RCC, Lira City West Division. Thank you.
Opoyo Ndushu. Opoyo Binodangwa. My name is Odongo Stephen, Deputy RCC for Lira East Division. Thank you so much.
Opoyo Doho Babu Chiupo RCC menu to Jome Telo Kodi Kakanono. Kun Chief Tiabino, Wahakwani man, Jokentwe Bedu Binleta Mepa Kobo, Amino Ako Manoko, Utikirika water chicken in a board. Pijoberi Nature, Nendon kana tuolosha tucham, Tunga Ching Donye ye, Iwunungo Konju Kunasha. Pijoberi kan, Ramadonyo kan, Unyuda Ramuwood Kitty, Eka Ote Kato Tadituko, Ote Dr. Tungcha. Pijoberi Tungi, Oti Yungewani. The first door on the left is meant for us to have all the nature calls, whether short or long calls. Thank you so much.
Yeah, program do chakko en nadong mana ni pen mana ni ngedi mando en opirete amount mokiti oh jo pola jo amit your wing kopge pola MC, please can you help me with this other one, the language?
We are saying we are very many and nearly everyone wants to be heard.
The reason why we gave you the
purpose of giving these forms to you is to enable us summarize and we are in position to cater for everyone. And be rest assured that whatever you have written down is ready before the chief guest and is going through. The ones you have written on me is also there.
Oh, Pimanu, jo pelok dushu akwany jo abishir.
And because of that, not everyone will speak. I'm going to pick 6 people to speak on. And our function should have come to an end at a 1:15. But we have gone beyond that.
So, kain gum do mahi akwenye no ishoko baladongpe ikobanonok pienui ni shoko tikana.
In case you happen to be picked and you had also written yours, just give glory to God. But in case you have not written yours and have picked you, also give glory to God and be able to air out. I want to pick 3 females and 3 gentlemen.
Ina me loki leblang kum loki leblang no jo agonyo kano te choyo ping. Mamone. Okay. Muna chamera gamo chorro. You want the mic? Okay. Karmani polo na mana temoninga. Akwanyo mon. Ane mon kong. Achake mon. Hajat. Mi hajat. Iteme yimati. Iteme yimati yanani. Imat. Achake it. Abe. Akwanyikan. Mama ne. Aya. Acho. Imat ninda shimo ko. Imarin. Akwanyo yin won bo ambulu ni mama ne. Kere yin mama ne. Aya. Chakere. Ay, yin abini choy chen. Can we be orderly? Imat Logba. Lohi. I want to thank you. I have a complaint. What's your name? Nyinga.
Fatuma Uwera.
Sis Fatuma Owera.
Atin me mo kapira dek maulo na mana ti ye chakare tiri na kati ye na kadon ye.
There is a 30-year-old son who has grabbed her land where she has been born.
Actual copy court.
She has taken the matter to court.
Me mir kodong ti copy. Yini ngeo jo achingi diaha. Yorero jami pim. Kote bin lawyer ko.
She's saying she took the matter to court, but because she's to the next person. Komni kede kwene yaye. No, there was that one in blue, not this one. Marine Berry.
Kifolo ba? Anya kilua logo Grace. Anyome.
She's called a Lobo Grace.
Center.
She's married in Amwa Center.
Karma lo adwa como beruli adwa bommo. No bela mo.
When her husband was sick, she was in Bombo.
Ki bommo kiliel abiona no. Jomi kiton yama kiton la boluna mo yemegi weng du clearing ganga weng. Ento liel pakwara udong tie we chaban.
Some people went and encroached and cut all the trees and the bananas.
Kigerie art.
And then they also constructed their own.
Atiaro inyim la ngol kop was to me weng diju kichana ni ngome on mega bingo berun niang piari we ngwen kitari sub county niang piari we ngwen kidugi this week is igene ikot ube niang piari we ngwen adak ngati mamulo ko araberpe.
The matter was reported to court but nobody followed.
We chabane atichu chok mwagada pa makota ni peke ngolo.
The matter has taken 10 which court any?
Ti jomi uyam this week. Are you good? Money.
It is complaining from Yam district.
Koti you yam do kekelutikan kumbeti.
My lord, the matter is in Oyam district, it's in Oyam court. The matter has taken so long in court and without having a decision. A man kopti kwende marema.
Kop kumbeti tikan.
Iapil
ko. Ento weng diju warga na kitingo kibion ke kano kan. Ento ano no report mak loena. No way, that
the matter originated.
Iduo kat duma biti. Niana bisi ela bini court ke wacha duktian.
Okay. The matter was in Oyam court, but for unknown reasons, the files have been transferred to this court, and she's been told to come today, and that's why she's here.
Kumbita pe ki gang, kumbita jana ki tiano weng diju ticket gi gulu. Kaberu pe abi ano jemi gang a weng diju pere.
Okay.
Apoyo.
Berpoy.
Luba meti bugum.
Imani ya ite hermene. Ite. Oti hokin.
Anu luonyi ani Florence Oborre.
My name is Florence Oborre.
Nyuala Lira kan.
She was born in Lira here.
Wanu ti doctor kacha papa nuri oberu driver Dr. Kapu.
She had a home near the Lira market.
Lira Municipal Council.
She worked in Lira Municipal Council.
Karamati Lira Municipal Council mo halaj.
Aman pen kom do pen ba mat.
A pen atieni kota tikan pero ngolo chakere yaria para dek na hatin. Put kota pe ngolo.
Si ikota nga.
Pingo pe ngolo kota.
Ikota nga ne. Kot mengo.
Kota ai kot.
My lord, she has a land matter here.
And she has taken since 2013, and the matter has not been heard. She's wondering why. Imat mi kacha tingwa kesha ubela bebel mi da hamor kacha yu hajat hajat ni kede penya pen ni ka ko lobo nyo ko nga kes itemi ya me we hakobo ko kacha.
Anabedo Achane Grace.
My name is Achane Grace.
Abedo nya joti hukin.
From Otihukin clan. I'm talking about land matter.
Papa no mi atuero melo yuture metia gweng trading center.
I was given administration to manage my father's estate.
Melo yuchuka mo luoni unagaden ke lobo na chadu chuk unagaden.
I was given authority to manage the market of Unehaden.
Aman chukcha government me Lira district.
Then the government of the local government of Lira district
they would get to demarcation yako dusu
went and earmarked the land.
They marking kunu ko du me jodonyo ko lobo nasa
and made people to
liela manu ti kunu liele mi riota go loko dusu na liel kwarna liel
and all the graves were exhumed.
Amani Oteko bonimano miero akel government ni code atekello.
I brought the local government to court.
Ateko bonigin chula mewe ko tina to akwanya teri lobo moro.
I asked for compensation.
Etu chakre kare nacha ame kelo gikani ya rio para biro.
Ever since I brought the case in 2017.
Johnny po par pira eka government
So there's a lawyer for the government called Council Egaro. Who called the sub-county in the Agweng so that they can do mediation. So but nobody came responded. She's wondering where can she start the court because she's so poor she cannot even now survive. Okay, Mondo Winyako. Amando Richoba. Here. Kaitieho, iteme ya DTN.
Nya luo bosko
Ateme yemujeni mtema mkwe hawe hojeni dolohe.
Ya luo Bosco Lolong.
My name is Bosco Long. Members deserve the assistance from me.
Aduong welma wara mitakeli ngechini.
Honorable the Chief Judge, your chief guest.
Angol kop mekwani ameti ya dugu petia ber.
I am bringing complaint about the magistrate of Kwania. Is not good.
Angol kopi buru jame tutero cases gi kota teha.
The magistrate harasses the people who goes
even
to the court.
Na kari lawyer zo kene ame yini kelo pe yeyi lawyer kare meti yutiji
and even the advocates who appear, she doesn't want the person to.
Even State Attorney amenuti nyime pe yeyi State Attorney meti yutichere.
Even the State Attorneys are always harassed.
Tandoka na tia kwa ni Kwania ti center melao.
And I'm asking that since Kwania is in the center of Lao,
ame Miro State Attorney me konyokor court ameti Kwania.
That deserves to have a state attorney that helps the people of Kwania.
Achuchoki imwa hokarro angol ko ba chieli onutia loyo Kwania keda pach kede kore.
Previously, the magistrate was taking care of Kwania, Apach, and Kole. And that when people goes for their cases, they don't have the time. I'm requesting that the magistrate of Kwania. But I want to thank the magistrate of Lira court here. I've had the opportunity of appearing before them. I've
And I found that the ones here, they do respect people.
That
They give you time to explain yourself and they can respond to you. And I don't want to forget the one who has just spent 2 weeks here. I had the opportunity to hear a friend of a case who was before him. I have understood that when he gives a date, he gives it back to back, the complainants and the defendant. I want to say that those are the people doing the right work. But I can't forget that in 1997, we had some father called Rusu and Guido. They started collecting things that disorganizes the heritage of Lao. My mother was one of them. And she was deceased. Because there were people who loved the Lao culture. But when I went to follow up, I was harassed. By then there was no high court here. I was arrested. The police was not organized by then.
Acquitted, no case to answer.
Without
referring ni Salvatore Buri.
So they have been compromising, but for now they only referring that is the case of Salvatore Buri. I am not a witch, but I spent 9 months in prison.
So
is asking that he should get justice. And all the things that were damaged should be compensated. The last one, we had COVID issues. I was indebted.
Sudan.
I was also one of the victims of the war in Southern Sudan.
Uganda Revenue Authority, Dr. Kelo Chiolo, Ameo Kunu, Omia warrant of distress.
I was assessed by Uganda Revenue Authority.
And when you can warrant of distress, call me, no kitchen anymore, can make a account, no meal quantity account.
And I was given a warrant distress to get every coin that enters my account.
You may you are able to and a million Michelle Beach.
I took away 105 million. And that money was to pay for taxes for a bus I'd imported from Nairobi. I got stuck. The owners of the bus wanted to take the bus away from me. When I brought this to attention of the president, the president assured that he would pay the money. I also have letters from the president that says he's going to help me, I should keep quiet. I have fear because I'm thinking somebody can kill me. I cannot now have freely move.
Indeed, President Goyachim.
I have the necessary letters here with me, my lord. when I reported this matter to this court,
Eto koti lang tia won mot piano yunge koti ko niyan mi chul 30%. Indeed, ana yella no 30%.
The court-
which is over 100 million. Tia keri kota kao ni no chungo.
the court asked that I should pay security for
Eti
100
cha me
million.
lawyers cha lobu yore ukawri gamede politique de pero eto ana dung what ya luor pi ata ni ka keru mata tega yo ami yukora lawyer.
And I don't want to put so much pressure because I don't. They might say I might lose.
Ana bera charwil.
I'm a businessman.
An pe bera kuo.
I'm not a thief.
Dandu mo hanani an pero muti ticha dano.
I cannot go and work for someone.
Eto ana romi choyo jeti.
I can employ people.
Dan jonu ana tikere ti timo dan mia shell.
I had about over 100
Pingo
people.
kote pekonya.
Why
Ewe
that?
kana work ke business anyi.
Why can this court help me so that I move with my case ahead?
Apoy rural.
Thank you very much. Loho Paul dake hatia karokoba. Achaka duong atabino barapap. Corey, Ahmed Ananok.
My Lord Judge.
My Lord Judge.
Ame obedo welo me awara me otieno ni.
Our chief guest this afternoon.
Ya chwal pocha duong bochi magistrate wa.
I want to thank our chief magistrate.
Ya chwal pocha duong boto ngol ko wai pingi dusu.
Let me send my regards to all the good
Ya chwal
ones.
pocha duong bo resident state attorney wa.
I want to thank Tony.
Ana bedo Joseph Olen Magezi.
My name is Joseph Olet Magezi.
Kop dusu chairman. Kopa wanen mirkobi chairman abij ukoboko.
All what we wanted to say has been
Kopa mir wanen ukobi RCC ukoboko.
even the RCC talked about it.
Kopa mir wanokobi RDC nena kobi wako.
RDC also talked about it.
Ana mito duako poch.
I want to give thanks.
Aduako poch. Both Judge wa Lira.
I want to give thanks to our resident judge.
Judge wa Lira. My Lord Judge ubeda teacher tech.
The resident judge is a hard worker.
Dami to bapo chiwa po unen.
We need to clap our hands and thank him.
Bien kayini binukan chawa rio diku enwotu ni office ko.
Because when you come here at 8 a.m. in the morning, you find him already there.
Cha rio enushu enwo cha otichuko.
At 8:30, he will already started his work.
Domi ana kobuni ana duoko poch miro duok bodana metiu ginaber.
I always want to thank my Lord because he does a good work.
Kikene ginami to kwayo bora RCC.
What I want to ask from the RCC.
RCC Judge. My Lord Judge. One ilango ame obedo tekwar wano lego lega ber.
My Lord, we have good prayers.
Omitoni wangara me akobikan.
We
Pedong miro teru tuboigi.
We don't want you to be transferred to Boy.
Wano mitoni teri I court of appeal.
We want you to be transferred and promoted to Court of Appeal.
Me weri imwanga mora no wano nenti kere windolo gimalo.
So that in the near future we see you in the Supreme Court.
Ginado anako butika na leri.
I want to say this clearly.
One mir lubunu keswa.
We need to follow our cases.
Kaulubunu keswa kes beda be.
When we follow our case diligently,
Me ario mere dong me agiki mere.
and the second and the last one,
Akwa yodang council wa nyoni o lawyer wa ubabu wanu chingwa da puo
I
uno
want to
ki.
thank the lawyers of this region
Ginabera me gino chunker wa ye.
for the good things they are doing for us.
Apeko pamora Paul.
Thank you very much.
My Lord Judge. Wanolo miguma ber.
We want to thank
Wangame
you.
akobi.
When-
Erini word. Roma rigi. Wanikan. Jaja chelo nuotikan. Ame jaju nuotikan ne mantie dong. Aduong adlo yera me Uganda. Me yero president me Uganda.
Thank you. Opoyo Mate.
Ame ya elego wa.
Opoyo.
Buto ba aduong me digum.
Oh, we thank you. Opoyo uno. Aman mom angeni jolong ti mitologia. Dai binu kan tu shime mitawinya. Mama ne. Pe te awono kesha. Pe no angeo ni tia ko ba mo en mondang no lo ka berba. Aya. Aman otimu kitie. Otimu kiti. Otimu ametoka dake hapara bi. Ya? Kai kar dake hario angolo ko mamane akwa nyario more ngeye kache mom ate kwa nyumujeni chung muze betkong ka chung kong ario kacha achele kan keda te kwa nyo utichubang mo na chele kacha pe jo adon nang lo ba e winyo nom dake hadi jo ario kacha muje te kwar ne katie dana chelkan ke dana chel kacha kore korkong wego tunna ki kete wara apanya ko imat chung yeah, I agree. I have a complaint.
Bora duong ame tinini wanu tiu dore meneno ni uyabo. I court kan. Koko na tieni amane.
This is my complaint.
Ana tiyo copy office na chalo boda.
I handle a matter in my office as the chairperson of Boda.
Karama tiyo kopa yo ama tiyo kopge Dr. Yawo mahere ho ana peye.
Then the complainants again went out when I was not there.
Ikara gino mahere utakiritetu ni court kan.
Then they reported to this court.
Court techa kuyenya court techa kuyenya ni mire ana bina mokya den anu mire bin a witnessing court
when I was to come as a witness. I was not given any summons.
Eto ni na shiel
atene noka police there want to arrest me that I have disobeyed a summons to attend court.
Out binu kelakan
I was brought here. I was asked the reason why. Nobody gave me the reason.
I
was taken to prison for in prison for 1 month, for 1 week. I was told to come back on the 18th. My question is, when somebody is a witness, should that person be arrested without a proper summon? Thank you very much, my lord. A problem.
Papa binu mi apao fatoni.
My father gave me power attorney to pursue a case.
Papa nyual goni mo apia deha beach. 1935. Case new started 2007.
This matter started in 2007.
Nakashani case putum.
Up to now, my lord, the matter is not yet concluded.
I travel
from Bohab to here. What if I get knocked on the road? My second problem about the clan heads who are rich. They are harassing their own clan members. They want to grab the land and sell to the rich.
So,
I'm asking court, my lord. Since I already appealed to that high court up there in that story. I want court to help me. What is your file? Case number ready. Council Garo is the one helping me. Okay. 2 minutes.
Luani Udon James.
Call me Udon James.
Ayai Baloyan.
From Baloyan.
Metia Gwen Sub County.
Gwen Sub County. I have a problem.
A defilement case.
It's a defilement case.
I'm representing
an orphan. The case is taking 1 year this month. I did everything the police needs. Even what the court needs. When I come, they say, please adjourn. Without me saying anything. Today is the 32nd day. My question is, do they want the one who has been defiled to grow and become a witness?
So
if I get defeated, where should I go next? Thank you very much. Very. My lord.
My name is retired Colonel Tony Ottawa.
My name is Tony Ottawa.
I'm former Prime Minister of Lao Cultural Foundation.
Former Prime Minister of Lao Cultural Foundation.
I have only a few requests to make.
May I
tell
the first,
the judiciary,
that in the judiciary
should concern themselves about the trials and judgment of Koppa Joti Ameti Nyimkon. Ako man na chalbala example PN Adwonguling Vincent.
I say this is an example because
a 78-year-old man.
A 78-year-old man.
Obini court for the last 7 years.
He came to court has been coming to court for the last 7 years. He also has other old members in that case.
Unlawful assembly.
He was charged with unlawful assembly.
And the DPP cleared us. We were not holding any harmful meeting.
And we were cleared by the DPP.
And for 7 years,
starting
in Karame, Justice Namusinde was here as the resident judge.
Karame Justice Namusinde
up to Gigi and the present. We are frequently being asked to come to court. All as we are. Sick as we are. The last time was last month when we were told that was the day our case would be ruled.
We had come and we agreed that the last time was the day when we were going to get a judgment.
Saturday we came and found a missing resident judge. And I was told he had flu. For that matter, Amiu Tamame Adwong would come Lira.
As the chairperson,
deputy mayor,
as the mayor, as the mayor and the LC5 spoke, we need more judges.
DNA corruption is lacking everywhere in Uganda.
The issue of corruption, my lord.
Even private practitioners who are doctors are now carrying out DNA tests. And it is being permitted in the court of law as evidence of belongings. My Lord Justice, I have a case, a living case. My grandson had a child and they had a dispute with his brother. The brother took this child and gave it to somebody far away in Uyam from a room. And everybody knows that the child belongs to that particular father and mother. They were brought before court, and the court, believing in the examination done by the private clinic, maybe in Uyam or somewhere else, we attention to that person. How said it looks like for our clan. I'm not sure of the DNA test, so my request is, could the DNA test be taken to a corruption-free medical facilities? So that we know exactly in the meo timere. Mea giki mere timabe. Mea giki mere. Adwong angolko. Mea wana chalabaro tela me tekwaro.
My Lord, this last issue, you give us the...
Mewa kopelobo, mewa some administrative orders.
Mewa tuero mor mewa honen kopi kumlobo.
Mewa exam be acceptable to the law, to the court of laws.
Give us powers to mediate so that it can be accepted to the law. Because we're also helping you on this matter. Thank you very much. Cargo. 2 minutes.
My Lord and your entourage,
My Lord,
I'm standing on behalf of the spiritual leaders of this
region.
And basically Church of Uganda and all the Christian bodies.
Church of Uganda.
I'm also affected by the issue of land. I come from a very far away. It's called Namasale.
Namasale.
And somebody was brought by my father. And when he was given land, now he has started claiming that he's the owner of the land. And the case has taken over 3 years now. I know God is still God. And I will give back that land. Lastly, as a church, we believe that all those God-fearing magistrates and the people involved in the judiciary, you leave us at the light of the world. We want you to show to the world that you are doing actually what you believe in. You go back and read Matthew chapter 5 verses 16 to 18. A light that is set on a hill must give the world to see that they are doing the right thing. So it is our prayer, because we interface with you in many ways and many forms. So I want to say that please stand above self. And you be fair to everybody and equitable. Let us begin to see how we can trust you and be just. And let us see that you are actually caring. And I want to suggest that there are many people with many things they wanted to say. If there was an opportunity that everybody could get a paper and they write and they leave it behind, and you walk through these issues, it will be good for you as a takeoff in this district. Because there I see them complaining. Give them an avenue to write everything and let them leave behind, and then we'll see how best you can. So I wish you all the very best in this city and in this sub-region. As a church, we pledge our support.
We
shall be with you. Thank you.
Yes. Aduong Weloma Wara.
Our Honorable, the Justice, our Chief Guest. I'm a sick person. My name is Okello Richard.
The Bishop of Healing Center Pentecostal Church.
The Bishop of the Healing Church.
At Telamen, Northern Uganda.
A leader in Northern Uganda. I don't have much. Most of it has been said. I want to say what has not been said. There are two exceptions which I want to talk about. Number one,
Amita pengeo ka line nere be judiciary eta koboni en judiciary jelly en mo kelo jowaye ka mao otino wa ame lwen me konyo binu kela yele kom gi nyono boda.
I'm talking about the people affected by the war of LRA. Now they are border riders. There are quite several.
Eto pehametie obedo office memiojo driving permit.
But the office that gives
dog board ilhaukan.
The licensing authority is far away from here. If possible, my Lord.
Transport
having arresting people without permits, can there be a way we can bring those services near? I'm asking if, my Lord, if the judiciary can and I'm through you, my Lord. That's the first issue. The second issue, my Lord, is the issue of remand homes. It is far away in Gulu and Jinja. All region of Laon, that as wide as it is, we don't have a single remand for the juveniles. We ask if it could be possible we have one remand home within the region to allow the parents to visit the children.
I
want to draw your attention, my Lord. The last one. I want to ask your big office, my Lord. Because of the hot environment in northern Uganda. This is the issue.
Resident Chief Judge.
Your arrival as the resident judge. It is making Laon to shine because of your good services. Because it's been deserving. Somebody said by 8 o'clock you're already in office. And your relationship,
I
want to thank you for giving your office an open door.
Chief Magistrate Court, Lira. I
want to thank the Chief Magistrate who has just spent 2 weeks in the clapping is not enough. My Lord, I want to report to you the likes of the people I've mentioned. If there is a way you can speak to the administration, they should not be transferred. I had I attended the case where the registrar, the record, and who gave us a very good audience. We want to thank you for giving us the good service. Thank you very much. Amen. Only one. And close.
Only one. Chief Resident State Attorney.
I want to thank the Chief Resident State Attorney. Mr. Okello Jonathan, where are you?
And then,
okay, the message will reach. Jonathan.
Jonathan, yes.
Even Okema is there. I want to thank you for making Lounge to shine. Continue. And Lord bless you.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, Itima Wunukesha. My Lord, I am seeing there's a protest. Whether to continue or not, I will seek your permission as the chair.
Fine, I can see about 6 or 7. It's their day, but time management is very important. I will allow each one of them at least a minute and a half, and that should be it.
Ame kaurem wachakitukun. Anyi kila page straight away.
Bangere Simon.
My name is Bangere Simon.
Abina kelo mzee aditi en elder ni Pedro Lokabe.
I brought my father here who cannot speak well.
Wito nduja medical man luoni Biarohanga John Mateso.
This is Biarohanga John Mateso.
Omina leliboya merigunu ngemet nyeo chakete chukcha. Apenye tieni.
My question is.
Ikaramo mina mzee nota.
When his father died, his brother died.
Mzee tiyo Kampala.
He was working in Kampala.
Eka dahamere amobero amumere.
So his in-law.
They were processing letters of administration.
Went and processed letters of administration in secrecy.
Ikaramuzeni realizing they were record.
When Mzee realized, he went to court.
Court Americana, Ikatomi Mzee ownership.
And
letters of administration.
He was given another letters of administration.
In
2015.
Case file number 018
of
2015.
Amane
Mzee beru record na hachan bino kan.
And from that time, Mzee has been coming to court. And you can see the way he is, my Lord. Sometimes when he comes here, the file is missing. I want to ask you, my Lord, the chief guest. Ask the question. My Lord, the question is, upon the grant of letters, is the land belonging to the Mzee or not? Mzee were bedi inongolo hawo kepiri. Were bedi.
Upoyo unu aneka kan magrana kulu. Anati penya. Pidu kanoda ho pidu wa chahara mwa tutumia ria beiro.
Ms. Margaret Akulu, I reported the case here in 2017. The matter was from the sub-county, it was brought here to this court and she won the case. But then there's appeal in the High Court. The old woman is too sick. And she's always been disturbed by the people whom she's contending with. She has now run away from home.
Amanda miti konya gunu.
I want you to help me with that case. Appeal number tingayo. Pay tingayo. I do money to be on the yore. My name is Ogwal Dennis. It is looking for the number, the case number. Land. Yes, he's just looking for the number. What name? My name is Ogwal Dennis. I was working in a factory in Jinja as a machine operator. The factory was for the Indians. I got injured at place of work.
The labor officer assessed me.
The labor officer gave me an assessment. I was to be compensated about 7 million shillings. The company chased me away and refused to pay me the money. I came back home here. I started processing this case in court. Which court? High Court.
Chief Magistrate High Court.
Mekwene.
Lira.
I filed a suit against the company in the High Court Lira here. From 2015 up to date, I have not gotten a judgment. Do you know the case?
Case file 19. Was still rolling mail.
1901.
2015.
My Lord, the case file number is number 19 of 2015. So my Lord is asking why the case is taking too long, and you can see he doesn't have a hand, my Lord. Next.
Yeah, Obedo Ebong Richard.
My name is Ebong Richard.
Papa, take the lobo ameti list all register.
My father has a title land.
On the 1st of August 1983, it was given 5 years.
He was given a 5 years initial period.
Then on the 1st of September, the same year, was given a period of 49 years. There are people, Ubinu, take complaining Nilo Uniobedo Megi.
There are people who have come and starting to claim the land.
One of the magistrate court Apache.
We took it to the Apache magistrate court.
And Gintekobuni, we tongue the High Court to approve whether that land has a title.
The matter was directed to be referred to the High Court since it has a title.
One okay, High Court.
We brought this matter to the High Court.
We have all the documents.
Summarize.
Now, in this land, there's a civil suit of civil suit 22, number 68 of 2021.
My Lord, that's the file number.
Then there's a civil suit of number 22 of 2016. Then there's another civil suit number 12 of 2023. Then there is a criminal case which is in a patch. Now, in this land, Wanononi, Danomoro fraudulently changed the name of the title in his name. Dong, apenya tieni.
Now my question,
cases do tia ngwen ilo wadang tike the title ani ngomio tia wot kun evidence du jutie.
My Lord, my question
is. Baby look lo ta ko pien wano ni tur puri porwa jomor donyo ko iye. Utimu yore dushu wando weko gyoko ko no. One miro bed jame ti wise and thank you.
My Lord, this is title land and there are 4 land cases coming from it. Why is it taking too long and yet we already have a title?
My name is Adong Millie Grace.
I'm a
born of Uyam district.
Uyam
district.
Uyam district, my Lord.
One time I was working with Uyam local government. Then I requested to go for further studies and they gave me a letter of study leave. And they also gave me a letter that they were going to sponsor me. Afterward, they never sponsored me. When the school was done, the school wanted the money and I asked them, they told me that I should get a loan.
Yung
I
chukul te ko na mo loan.
I got a loan, and the bank gave me a loan. But when I came back from school, I found that they have deleted my name from the
Yung
payroll.
na duwa no nya dong payroll.
So when I went back to YAM, I requested to be put back for work. They refused.
Apenyo ni do haiti nya do hai ka payroll pe oye.
So I took them to IGG court,
Akerge IGG
and the lawyer who was working with me tricked me.
lawyer na te dong duanya dok choj.
He told me that I should go, that YAM district is calling me for a fair hearing.
Ni yam te luong ni woro win ko pe ko.
But she was already bribed because they knew that they chased me from the work unlawfully. So they tricked me that they were going to take me back for job. Then when I went, they asked me, then they just told me that they were giving me a fair hearing because I took them to court. And now they judged that the case, that the YAM has won me the case. So my question is, was it right for them to give me a permission to go back to school? I have the document. Even they said they were going to sponsor me. They never sponsored me. Coming back from school, they have chased me from job. And is that judgment of the IGG court, was it really right? I'm not satisfied with that judgment.
IGG judgment tira apoya.
Luana Thiano Evelyn.
My name is Thiano Evelyn.
Natia chung kakane yana. Wana tu kere issue kere jo me UETCL.
We have a case against UETCL.
My case na nahari chahere case file 16/2017.
The case file number is 16 of 2017.
Nahari UETCL po cholowa. No mewa gene borada do tiu ko kere jem wadu.
These defendants, they have not paid us, but they have now threatened us, and are even using our land without payment.
Wana tu high court.
We are matters in the high court.
They always
send people to find out why they are not paying us.
The value of my government valuing
even the chief government value have analyzed all the valuation, but we have not been paid.
Valuation report
But
government value
but there are several valuation reports other than the chief government valuer's report. Since last year. Our case was scheduled to be heard once this year, but even then has not been heard. Even now it has lost position. We are now wondering what is happening, my Lord. We are asking you, my Lord. Other members of the plaintiffs have been deceased. Others too sick. They can make you wonder why they come to court.
All of this year.
For us now, we are like blind people. We don't know what to do since our case has lost position. That is it, my Lord. I ask. I need answers. My Lord, with your permission. My Lord, there is an old lady who gave you, there's a land, civil appeal number. My Lord, there's a complaint which arose out of civil suit number, land appeal number 44 of 2020, Omara Erasto versus Ajilobito. The old lady, it was the orders appeal from G1 court of Lira. And she made a complaint that her case is not being disposed of. Aman, teleprogram pe yot ako ni kakagonyo mo. Tima uno kisha kangata me pe atimo akwanyo. Pida ke habeda pe eto kwachor bero kacha ni konu twere shopping itewe kobot bora te chwal bora ngol ko kapeda ngamano tigino loni box suggestion box kacha kiri yine ngol ko pen me pe wini ko pichoite bol kano to o yabo gere yo kwano nui keto nama me chimi ye kere ngo dushu awano tim ngono wan to be ye wini mono pichawani itewa wono kisha program ma pen kiragam achwalo do bora ngol ko padwong me we ko ngono o chak pien na me cho wono pingcha dong ngachako dong gam po yono mate.
Thank you ko bamo ching mo dokong dojo me puono Chief Magistrate me doro program me gamu kop popol botu amedong pore chane me miyo kare kiwero me awara me dok yore ya penyu dujo me miyo menene wun ka dok kuno dok me no yeng upoye tutwal ko dok bab chingwa me puono Chief Magistrate kere ina da miyo Apen Mary. We are very grateful for each one of you who have had the opportunity to raise your concern, and I think it is high time we heard from our chief guest. He will definitely go through them one by one, such that at the end of the day we all get back home when we are satisfied with the concerns that we have raised. At this particular moment, Chief Magistrate. Kakana medo te atunu yeni wano kena ni wadong food petunu kuno mi utatimo consultation mogana nok meneno nga maluongo welo me awara pe yot wandang otunu kuno gere kar moro mumpa meno wani ping kandang ka tun level wani dang pi wateka me petwer pe meno. Thank you very much. Having gone through this consultation, I want to thank the Chief Magistrate. It is at this very important moment, my Lord, Chief Guest, allow me invite the Chief Registrar to take us through the next process of answering the various questions that have been raised, and finally, he will have the audacity to invite you to make your final remarks. Thank you. Kawelo me awara dong bino, unyoka Chief Registrar bino ka loka chichek, eka yendong te luongo, aduong welo me awara, meno dong ruomgi malo kacha, wane kandong, kondong gika kan kacha moro do legwani oduogo te duogo do kediba opoe twal ujolo wono Chief Registrar babu chingwa wono tek.
My Lord, the resident judge and the chief guest, the RCC, LOC5, the mayor, our religious leaders, your worships present, religious leaders who are amidst us, allow me ride on the protocol. Ladies and gentlemen, my Lord, before I commence any remarks, allow me request our good people to just stand up for 2 minutes and just stretch a bit. I know you have seated for too long, okay? I want you just stand up a bit and just stretch a bit, in whichever direction. And I'm very sure you are feeling energized and a little bit better. Am I right? Yes. We may take our seats. You know, it's not healthy, my Lord, to sit for 2 hours consecutively. And doctors will tell us that that is very, very dangerous. So I want to thank you for accepting to make you stand up a little bit, stretch a bit, and allow the system to reoperate. My Lord, before I still proceed, allow me ask the representative of Uganda Law Society, if you are here, to come and make just a few remarks. It's very important that we hear from you before I proceed. Do we have ULS? Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me. My Lord, the Chief Guest, our resident judge of Lira High Court Circuit. In the interest of time, my Lord, allow me to stand on the protocol already well laid down. In the interest of time, I'll try really to be very brief. First and foremost, I want to thank the Almighty God for this opportunity that we are gathered here. I know it is not easy, but for the love of God, we are all here, sitting and healthy. Secondly, I want to thank everyone who has made it possible to heed to the invitation from the Judiciary to come and participate in today's court open day. My Lord, my name is Emmanuel Egaru Omiat. I am the council member representing the lawyers of Northern Uganda at the Uganda Law Society's Council. And on my behalf and on the behalf of the President of Uganda Law Society and council members, and also the members of Uganda Law Society, and especially the members from the Lango region, we want to say, my Lord, you are most welcome to today's court open day. I would like to take this opportunity, first of all, to request my colleagues, I have senior colleagues here, members of the bar, and all the advocates and lawyers who are present here. Please, may you rise up for recognition. These are our members. I know some are not here for other reasons, but thank you so much for coming. My Lord, in Lango region, we have about 24 law firms. And apparently, we have over 50 lawyers who are practicing in this region. And my Lord, I wish to note that we have a very good working relationship with members of the bench. I'm aware that a robust bar requires a good relationship with the members of the bench, and that relationship would help deliver
justice. Because if we are working together as a team, certainly the justice seekers who are here are members of the community would really get the justice they deserve. Because at the end of the day, we represent our community members. And so when we have a good relationship with the bench, the result is obvious. My Lord, this region is very unique. This region is very unique because we have suffered civil war, or what we could call insurgencies in this area, rebel activities. And as a result of this civil war and insurgencies, which has lasted for over 20 years. And as a result, most of our people are very poor. And a lot of the cases that we are having in these courts, which are causing court backlog, are linked to poverty. A lot of these criminal cases and some of these matters, my Lord, that you're hearing about, the land matters, is linked to poverty, and because of these very many years that our people were in camps and were unsafe. And as a result, many of these cases, at the end of the day, end up in court. My Lord, allow me, in the interest of time, talk in Lango, so that I summarize what I want to say, especially to our people. But before I do that, my Lord, it would be unfair for me not to appreciate you, my Lord. First of all, my Lord, we are aware and we are happy and proud to have you, who is a senior judge and a very competent judge, a judge that has devoted time and always here to attend, not only to the lawyers, not only to our colleagues at the bench, but also the community members who come here and want to interact with the judge. And so we want to thank you very much. My Lord, I'm aware that in the High Court circuit of Lira, we have about 2,856 cases. These are cases which are in the High Court. And these cases are all supposed to be handled by one judge yourself. My Lord, as members of the bar, we join our voices with the RCC and all the other members who have already recommended that indeed we deserve to have another judge or two more judges at the Lira High Court circuit. And so we want to call upon all stakeholders that let's join hands, let's join our voices together so that indeed we continue recommending and pursuing and lobbying advocacy for another judge or two more judges to support our judge. 2,000 cases. Luag, atia kobuni, High Court can want to take the cases and make caro tutumia rioko. Actually, statistic I'm taking the tutumia rio, me a bori, piera a beach, we are bishel. Cases they do, ya chelaken, and I'm a win. And I'm your cata when you go hotieni cases or tiamuria teha. Take to 12, me judge a jail when your cases tutumia rio, me a bori, piera bishel. I mean, piera beach, we are bishel. Akare dong bura court pelare. So me wando koboni utu kwayo ni hotel ai level la malo me judiciary me dewa judge so kene achelo kene nyo yari okene me no binu ka beri court kane ne me lira kan yada yom me yun luak ngeyo ni cha wan tu lokene ongea beri doholo kera pach a medida dong bed kere ngo bet kere judges. Amalega watieni ka odongwa me judiciary. Ramon neno kere me bonyo process no. Me wek. Lao be the judges ame karnyo angweno ko. Me wek ko de ko hagwende ikatu no kere ni. Nuo ramo winyo yor. Wek luakwa bet kere ngola tira. Gino kena mami tia med ame put patia ho ngoatia kobo. Tieni yam chon por la cases no tumo kwa kwene tumo kwa pashu. Wano chi kere don wakan atene no tela wati kane ne. Me tehere. Ame konyo wano me tie kongo por la cases nyoko. Dong miri penyer kene ni pingo cases ni duj peja tumo kwa kwene ni ping kucha. Tia bino kwene tia bini kot kane ni. So legwa tie wana chalo pilida. Ni kakesa mo ramo bedo ping. Nyo ramo otero bodo telawa me tehere. Nyo da telawa me dini. Otemo no ber. Kakesa no ko ramo tero. Bodo telawa ni. Wegin ko temgo tie ko cases ni. Ame potu no kwene. Ame potu ni kot kan. Keredang ko de cases ni ko tu no ko kot kan. Kwacha tie ni ini winyo otia ko mediation. Winyo ko alternative dispute resolution. Yo kenne metie ko metie ko cases anutie. Meko boko bateni akari court win case nino. Pot pe bitumi e chawe ko ma ino yiti mito. Edo ko de case na tie kaniene polage ka wano ye wonu. Ni jo bed ping. Ajo te wejera winya. E chaka ramo be da ber. Longo lo tell ye nyo pide na ya giki. Dami to kwaye wona lo ahwani. O ye wono ka ko pogotie. Maneno kira ber mengo. Me cheke yo mengo me pora. E chaka lo bini kot kan to ri kot pe wana ngeo. Kot ti jama poliye. Mire nong loya ke jamo ken ti amir no timere. Ame chaka kene jo wadang kene pero mongo. Beri kare, me beri chende me nyo loya nyo me beri bidi kot kan ni nino. Donc tamo kwache beri kwache rapete katwal. Amatia kwa ningo ni miro timere. Now lastly my lord, we normally happen days like this and good deliberations, good discussions, but the question that normally remains lingering is follow-up mechanism of monitoring, action plans, and evaluation. I think it is one area which is very key, that always if we have a mechanism of monitoring and trying to know whether there's progress on discussions that have come out, it would be very, very, very important. Otherwise, as members of the bar, we are very happy and very grateful to the judiciary for all the innovations and all the people-centered approach as per the...
To the Deputy Registrar, Mpanjire Simon again, see the Deputy Registrar, Luke Grace, the Deputy Registrar, should handle your issue. Omara Samuel, Deputy Registrar, handle that issue. Apeli Ruth Annual, please handle. Ojok Oscar, handle that matter. Okelo Alfred, please handle the issue. And Ogwal Patrick, handle the issue. These people are they don't simply know where to go to have their problem sorted. Here is the gentleman, brand new. He still has a Kavera. You know Kavera? Huh? Yes, this one. He sits right here. There is downstairs here the office of the Deputy Registrar. So after this function, if you're not in a hurry, just relax around. He should be able to give you solutions and the information about what you are doing, what we are doing. Thank you very much. I want to request Mr. Oh, this is a request for my name to be withheld. Somebody is complaining about police flying squad. So police authority present. Mr. Please, you address it with the authority that there is that problem. Police flying squad. I don't know. They have wings. They fly. I don't know. I don't know. Are they flying so swiftly to arrest the bad people? And the bad people are complaining. They are going to RCC. Okay? The RCC. Very good. I have been advised the RCC would like to interest himself in that matter. There is also another one. Okay? It's within the confines of the police. RCC, would you like still to follow it up? Yes. Dear, please. This is also to the police. And this one gave us the name, Opio William Makeba. I don't want to speak what you are saying, but the RCC is your leader, isn't it? So is it better placed to follow up that matter, and we have a way to go. I have also issues that fall within the ambit of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Mr. Ojoka Anthony, ODPP, where is ODPP? Please, these matters come. Mr. Oluka wants some answers. Any representative there who can place it before your leadership. Okay? So, Mr. Ojoka Anthony, yet the ODPP look through that issue and give you guidance. We also have Peter Okello, Oyo. This is about, yes, corruption within your membership. Yes. You see, the problem is refusing to speak about evil. And the evil will do what? Thrive. So somebody is talking about that. And that cannot be a judge since you are the people. So go and clean the house. Mr. Odiang Tone, your issue should be equally handled. Please look at it and help Mr. Tone. And also we have Mr. Omara Alex. His issue is within your mandate. Please handle that. My Lord, allow me proceed also to our legal aid service providers. There are people here. Their issues just need advice. And my Lord, this advice is best given by advocates in practice. But the nature of the issues raised here, I believe that our stakeholders in the legal aid service providers network can handle these ones best. You should be compensated. The question is, has the prosecution established that you have suffered this material loss? And if so, why not? And judicial officers are already trained to appreciate that, and they should be able to do that. So, Mr. Acheda Francis Okol, yes, if you're a victim of a crime and there was material loss, it is within the discretion and assessment of the judicial officer. The same goes, this you wrote twice. Oh, you wanted to emphasize that this must be read twice. Okay. Then we have Mr. Ogwal Dennis. Mr. Ogwal Dennis, yes, you suffered that injury. And you said the matter is to appeal. If you have better reasons, you exercise your right to apply for revision, or if there are any matters or evidence that by sheer oversight or otherwise you did not produce before a court, you can apply for review. So don't sit there and sit on your rights. These are available to you to ensure that, yes, justice is done to you. Mr. Erong Rike, you are complaining about the bailiffs. The Office of the Chief Registrar regulates and supervises the conduct of bailiffs. And at the regional level here, the Chief Magistrate and the Deputy Registrar are responsible to ensure that bailiffs perform their functions with dignity. So Deputy Registrar, this one, please look at it and be able to advise a wrong Rick. Mr. Chibuka Patrick, you were arrested and yet you were a witness. Mr. Chibuka, if you are a witness in a matter and you are summoned to come and give evidence in court, please go and give evidence. Okay? Because you are a competent and compellable witness to assist the justice of the matter. We are talking about justice, right? And you are the person who has the information that will help a court perform a justice function. You are refusing. So the court, satisfied with why you should be forcibly brought before it and treated under those circumstances, will issue a warrant for you. Because probably you are trying to hinder justice. Okay? Mr. Owol, is it Madam Owol Agnes? Legal aid. She's a mother of a minor and she needs help. Please talk to her and see how to advise her. This is a student, he wants advice. He's saying that why should we have to go through High Court to do internship training? I'm going to take it up with the Chief Registrar so that we see how students of Lira campus can be assisted within the region. Akulo Esther, you are dissatisfied. The judgment was delivered. Please exercise the rights of appeal, revision, or review since you are dissatisfied. And the person is saying, and this is Tom, you have a labor dispute. The labor disputes are handled by the industrial court. Okay? So, should you wish to engage a lawyer, please do, but for purposes of giving you better advice, let me ask a legal aid of LDC to give you a listening ear to be able to advise you on the steps you can take. My Lord, we still have people who are having issues with the execution. Matters were concluded. LDC, legal aid. You know, I'm operating under the assumption that all of these are indigent until I get the complaint of the businessman. I will now send it to the other side, to Uganda Law Society. Okay? Yeah, I want to believe that the Chief Magistrate was listening to everything I'm saying. He will ensure that he abridges them for our people who I'm told will have perhaps missed the good information I am delivering. Chief Magistrate, there are still other forms for you. From Okot Richard, please, this is a complaint of a missing file. Why should a file miss within your powers? Please handle, and Mr. Okot should be able to get help. This is also Awal Martin. Please handle this and report to the office of the Chief Registrar. And you attach this feedback form explaining the steps you have taken to handle that. My Lord, I have two very important feedback forms.
Just to be enjoyed.
Chief Magistrate.
Full of roses. You just come and enjoy. You go. I was wrong. I liked to hunt in the bush and catch bush meat and roast them and eat. This was how I continued till I grew into a young man. My father bribed me into a secondary school. I tried to go, a little, But during the exams, I would run away because I knew that I would fail.
Because they simply don't know where to
That was how I met one girl one day.
Some don't even know.
She was working in their farm and we became friends.
We have agreed with the support of the RCC, the RC5, and all those who can give us opportunity to sensitize the public. And we are going to sensitize the public so that we eliminate areas of sheer...
That was how we fell in love.
And once we do that, my Lord,
then one day,
I
took her into the bush for more love. Long story short, I married her. I was 25 years old then, and she was 22.
For whom those actions are going to address
Well, I didn't have any meaningful job.
and we give feedback.
Nothing was coming in yet.
Remarks of
We had 2 children to feed.
Open day.
In fact, I have my children and my wife to feed. I couldn't feed my family. I couldn't even feed myself.
Held on 6th June 2024. My Lord, the resident judge
Adwang, my resident judge
of the High Court Lira,
Law Court Lira,
your worships, the registrars and magistrates in your respective ranks, the resident district commissioner,
Adwang RCC,
the LC5 chairpersons,
Adwang LC5,
religious leaders, members of the Fourth Estate, our invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Allow me welcome each one of you to Lira High Court Open Day. In a special way, I would like to thank the convener and using their skills to organize this colorful event and for inviting me to come. Challenges. Allow me thank His Lordship Justice Duncan Gaswaga,
Justice, Honorable Justice Duncan
His Worship Godfrey Kawesa, the Deputy Registrar,
Deputy Registrar Worship Gawes,
His Worship Adoko Fel, the Chief Magistrate,
His Worship Adoko Joe and Machung Boroni,
and all their teams for this engagement. Also thank all the judiciary staff and all our stakeholders for doing a good job. This open day is a sensitization and public awareness campaign. And we are all looking at simplifying the delivery of justice, as well as giving accountability. Our theme was a people-centered approach to justice, where we are telling you about the various initiatives, including mediation, which is alternative dispute resolution, small claims, and plea bargain. The advantages associated with these are so enormous and have been embraced across the country. In spite of all this, we are still bedeviled with a negative image because of abuse of judicial power, corruption, and substandard performance of our staff. The judiciary is committed to redeeming its image for the better. And all these innovations are geared towards that. We look forward to a time when people are happy to come to the court. And that they are certain that justice will be administered. We shall continue doing sensitization to explain processes for even the unschooled to understand. Through our internal mechanisms as a judiciary, we are committed to disciplining errant officers, but also reward the good ones. We have consistently reminded them of their judicial oath to do justice without fear or favor or ill will. I urge you not to be afraid anymore. Bring to our attention any officer not doing their job well, as well as reporting those who are doing a good job. Judicial power is derived from the people, and we do so in the interest of the people. Under the Constitution, Article 126. It is therefore imperative that you, myself, and all other justice actors work together at the national, regional, and district levels to ensure that justice is delivered to the people of this country. This collaboration helps in streamlining the administration of justice at the different levels and enables us find holistic solutions to problems encountered in the administration of justice. I urge you to support the judiciary and the judicial officers. I send you. Make our vision of justice for all a reality. Similarly, I encourage you to advise us of the impediments faced when accessing justice, and what recommendation you have for us as the judiciary and other actors in the justice chain. We are open to hearing from you on how any interventions may be relevant. We can use this information to serve you better and consequently promote public confidence in the administration of Uganda, in the administration of justice in this region and Uganda at large. This day is not for us to talk a lot, but for us to listen, and we have listened. I invite you, ladies and gentlemen, to continue talking to us freely. Our doors are open. The resident judge's office is open. Through the deputy registrar, through the chief magistrate, you should be able to be
deputy registrar, chief.
Once again, permit me thank you for spending your time here. I have not heard the Apoyo of Tutual. I have not heard that one. I was waiting for Apoyo Tutual. Sparing that time to come here means a lot. And we don't take you for granted. I pray that God will grant those traveling journey mercies, and that And that His grace will continue to shine upon us. I thank you for listening to me, for God and my country. My Lord, allow me at this juncture to invite you to make your speech, address the gathering.
Kain tia binu, yo ame tia bini kot inyim chief magistrate. An kota tia war nyim dake hampara par piar yo moro ya kwe kan wan waru ni kot. Winyer wuno. Pe waru na me pe winyo kohu.
Please be seated.
Need a better ping.
Thank you very much, Chief Registrar.
For étoile, la date Chief Registrar.
The resident city commissioner.
Resident City
the
Commissioner.
Vice, Chairman LC5.
One Comma Beach.
The clergy.
Hotel Lega.
Cultural leaders.
Hotel Amete Kwaro.
Your Worship the Mayor.
Mayor.
Your Worships the registrars and magistrates present here.
Registrars Kerung Olkop Duja
Members
Metikan.
of the bar.
Both
the private and public bar, DPP and the Uganda Law Society. Members of the Jeros family, police, prisons, probation, and so on. Members of staff of the judiciary.
Who teach me at court can.
Invited guests.
Students.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good
afternoon to you all.
Amor, who do you?
We feel so honored to have you here at this function. Thank you so much for responding to our invitation. I have apologies from the who was supposed to be the chief guest at this function. He is representing the Honorable the Chief Justice. Somewhere in Kampala. At the State of the Nation address. But he sends you greetings. He promises to compensate. That he will find occasion to be with us here in the near future. He had planned to be here since last year. I also wish to thank the organizers of this function, and most especially His Worship Kawesa, the Deputy Registrar, Chief Magistrate Dr. Joffe. Yes. Where is His Worship Kawesa?
Worship Kawesa.
And Chief Magistrate Dr. Joffe.
Chief is here.
For leading this whole exercise.
They have worked with a
very big team to ensure that the function. May I take this opportunity to ask all the committee members, just stand up for recognition. We cannot take anything for granted. Yes, wherever you are, please just wave, and we want to see you. You can see. Thank you so much. Yes. I also wish to thank the top management of the judiciary for funding this exercise. We had taken about 4 or 5 years without having such a function. I'm happy that we are having one today, and this is going to be an annual event. So we expect some more funding. If possible, we have 2 functions, such functions in a year. You have already been told that the circuit has about 80 districts of Lira, Pacho, Yama, Leptong, Dokolo, Kole, Otuke, Amolata. With 1 resident judge, 1 deputy registrar, And we are serving a population of about 2.3 million people.
Kidong luaka megente atichi kumgi pola to a million ario iginoro pola petwere.
The circuit also has 66 support staff.
Joamecha konyo tichalo staff tie danganok.
The magistrates, we have about 17. 3 of them are chief magistrates.
Ongol kop dang chanok apara birgeken.
At this point in time,
Doichani,
I would like to allow me
to
present to you the people I work with. I have a team that I lead of 17 magistrates.
Amita nyutu ujua meana tiyo kedge ngol kopa mera mapa bero gendo jugo binkan.
Please, wherever you are coming from,
kakana me
I
wunote
want you to pay
ya
attention and get to know the judicial officer that serves you.
Akwe woni won miru nge kwena me ngol kop dujo eni yai district ame yaye yape.
I want the people to see you.
Amite luak amite kan nen wo bin wonu kan.
Please come forward.
Bin wonu anyim kan.
His Worship Kawesa Godfrey.
Mena Machel.
That is the Deputy Registrar Lira. His office is just here, right here,
Chingu.
ground floor. He's the Chief Administrator of the High Court.
Eno ngata neno kopatek me administration.
His Worship Adok. His Worship Adok Joffey is here, Chief Magistrate here, where we are sitting.
Man and Loekan, yes.
Her Worship Amono Monica, Chief Magistrate Apache.
Man lang all kop me Apache, Amono, Jennifer.
Please.
Monica.
Monica. Come here so that the people from Apache can see you.
There
is live streaming. Those that have not been able to come should also see
YouTube.
And you have also closed your court, telling them that you are coming to the High Court here to attend a function. That is the evidence and accountability. We have His Worship Simon of Benson, Chief Magistrate Oyam. Yes. Okay, not. Isn't a representative? Oh, yes.
Oyam.
I think he sent in his apologies and.
Our
Worship Tibagonza Kajan, Senior Principal Magistrate to Grade 1 Lira. Where are you? We need to see you. It is a privilege to serve as a judicial officer. So the people must see you. We are accountable to them. Judicial power, according to Article 126 of the Constitution, is derived from the people. So they must see us. Our Campire Sylvie, Magistrate Grade 1, Lira. She's here. Our Worship Alison Nasasira, Magistrate Grade 1, Lira. Yes. His Worship Wamimbi Jonathan, Grade 1 Magistrate, Lira. His Worship Serwada, Her Worship Serwada Angela, Magistrate Grade 1 Ukole. Yes. Her Worship Abe Irene, Magistrate Grade 1 Otuke. Her Worship Kamli Pauline, Magistrate Grade 1 Lira. His Worship Lutaro Deo, Kizito Magistrate Grade 1 Aleptong. I think he has stepped out briefly. He's been here. Her Worship Dr. Namai Irene, Magistrate Grade 1 Doholo. Then we have Magistrate Grade 1 Oyam, Worship Nanjala Hilda.
Oyam, Gente Genario.
Her Worship Adeke Janet, Grand Magistrate Grade 1 Apache.
Man me Apache.
Her Worship Adong Moli, Magistrate Grade 1 Aduku.
Me Aduku.
His Worship Butoto Hassan, Magistrate Grade 1 Amolata.
Me Amolata.
This is the team that serves the Lango region, the 2.3 million people.
Man, ungolkopa metega teach ilaong kana meta teach
The ratio of men to women, you can do it yourself. And then, so you may go back and sit. As you go back to sit, I want to repeat one statement on their behalf, that we take nothing for granted to be the people administering justice in this region. It is a great honor, and we thank the Almighty. Ladies and gentlemen, I would just want to say something small about the life of a judge. It is not easy to sit in the judgment of fellow men. A judge will make decisions that make people happy, some people unhappy. A judge will move land from you or give back property to you. A judge will take you to jail or remove you from jail. A judge will put asunder even what God has put together. And I'm saying this while not looking the other side. Because for them they say what God has put together, let no man put asunder. And yet the person doing this onerous job is always positioned high up there like on a mountain. A house on the mountain will be viewed by everyone, the wise and the foolish. And I'm not insulting anybody. These words are in the Bible. The wise and the foolish. And they will make all sorts of assessments and comments, both good and bad, right and incorrect. Those people and myself, we know what that means. And yet the kind of disputes we resolve on a daily basis are not easy. Those are disputes which have not been, men out there have failed to resolve. Last resort, court. Now, you have to give the magic solution. That is the burden we are carrying on our shoulders. In the same vein, I always ask people that come before me not to make it difficult for me to resolve their disputes. I've lived the life of a judicial officer for over 20 years. On a daily basis, I meet liars. Every day. They are with us here amongst ourselves. Thieves, murderers, name it, land grabbers. Those are the people we usually deal with, about 70%. As the judge is sleeping and dreaming of a solution to a particular case, these people are cooking their head on how they are going to trick the judge. Religious leaders, you should really pray for us so hard. If you don't pray for us, we shall drown. I conclude on that point by saying, sitting in a fellow man's judgment is not easy. People of the language want us also to serve you so well. Please give us the support that we need. My team needs a lot of support. And it is very easy. Ask me why. For instance, one, put away the lies. That is support already. Just tell us the truth. The people we serve here, yesterday I told my team when they were training them that everyone who walks into this gate is our customer.
Awora na beda kop kere team mega ni jo ame woro me binu ye kanene dujo bere jo amir wano ti kweke.
We need to take very good care of you.
Wan miru gok wa be.
Sometimes we've not been, if I were to rate it, say 80-90%.
In some
cases, we've got it so right that we've done a very wonderful job.
Yeah,
don't walk away with only negativities. Where we've done a wonderful job, please appreciate us. It energizes us.
Pedong in charge better lelo ka jamaracho metie kanadang one time a bear. Pui wadang.
Much as we are given a salary, somebody to say thank you, it energizes us. So
Kiridang one note muchara dwe. Eta ika ini kop kakoni opoya duonga ngol kop ngwa meti ma
most
macha.
of the people, after we do a thorough job for them, they go back home, they get back their land and they sit. There is no problem. It's not that you should come and appreciate me, fine. But where you can, please do.
What?
And that's why I can't take lightly the two, your worship, Eremia, the two gentlemen you called here, the respondents you read last. Ojuka and somebody, they were here. Yes. I can, and the gentleman, there was a gentleman there also.
Lawrence.
Yes. Yes, thank you very much.
And
that energizes us so much also to serve you.
One gere po paro chao ken wano ngol kananga be meka ini dok paju kacha ino yom peda mere wun mere ngodwok botwa.
Having said all that,
kada ko man duju,
we also know very well that our job comes with a lot of stress.
Kada ngana ko man duju. Wanda ngayon ni titwani biyan ka jama Paul
and criticism.
Chao kenen lokum wadang radyo.
As long as it is positive, we are ready to take it and we welcome positive feedback.
Tamudu me wuno miyo wano jolo kichingwa pa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the workload in the High Court alone here has already been, I think, the head of the bar, the representative, and the registrar gave you the statistics that for me alone, in my court, in the High Court, I have about 3,000 cases.
Luak dujo me gore kan wunwini yitu kan wel bala meti nyim an chok karo tutumia dek.
My register has about 244.
Joke netie lagario iwie.
The circuit is quite big.
Peyot me wan beru kering cases.
And we also face a number of challenges.
Wandang karker jama tego me petwere.
Some we've been able to deal with.
Mukene wano yele me tieko I kermewa. Mukene peda utio podi.
I should report at this juncture.
Amita mi report botu.
That we have a very good working relationship with all the jealous institutions.
Amita ko botu ni wano tia teacher be keriti mukene duju.
They've given us a lot of support to be able to accomplish whatever we've accomplished.
Gin konyo matek me wanda o yelere yo duju mene no tiego ngamir wano tima me loper ke dok teachwa.
The district chain link committees are also working very well.
Hotel me district dangita teacher tech.
On this note, I would like the judiciary staff to clap for our partners. Institutions, police, prisons, you can sell this is here, NGOs are here, and so many others.
Ameta kwa utich me court kan me babu chingi kong pi timu kena me tiyo ke deba police, prisons ke rejo keneni. Babu unu chingu dako nuova. Upo wa matai kwa mta yile.
Today is one of those very, very special days when the judiciary opens its doors to the public.
Tin eneni en mara pire tek ameo miu ot ngolokop uyabudogora mere tuolo bot un luak me Lira nyo ilao kan.
And they come into the court not as litigants but as partners in the administration of justice.
Wonu bini court kan unyo bino ka igangora ni menen.
Because we always emphasize, according to Article 126 of the Constitution,
Bien pulkare maluper kere penchik mia cheli piaria we bichel
from the people.
Kero mengolokop yai bot wun luak.
We are therefore accountable to you.
Tien kopdong tieni wano dwaro report man botu.
So whatever we do in the courts
affects
you in one way or another.
And
it's important that you take interest, pick interest and get to know what goes on. But on our side also, we need a feedback from you. As the people we serve, that feedback will help us to improve, especially where we are not working very well. It helps us to serve you better, so that you can have more confidence in the courts of law. In Uganda, of all the disputes we have, it's about less than 19% of the disputes that come to the formal justice institutions, the courts. Meaning that the others remain out there. Others are reported, others abandoned, others through other mechanisms. So, court open days are aimed at providing a brilliant opportunity for members of the public to get to know some of the things that we do in the courts and how we do them. You will get a chance to see behind the glittering face of the court and get more insight in the services which we offer. As you can see, you're already getting an interaction with us, the judicial officers. Yet, according to our training, we are supposed to operate a little bit far away from you, of course, for obvious reasons. We are not discriminatory, we are not bad people. Every profession has its own rules. If you're born again, you know very well you can't go to a bar to have alcohol. If you're a reverend father in the Catholic Church, you know very well, no matrimony. Even me as a judicial officer, there are certain things I'm not supposed to do, and how I relate with you. Otherwise, I may be misunderstood. And issues of bias, allegations of bias come in, allegations of bribery and corruption may crop in.
Achalo wanong alkop dang tikita mi ogeo ginamir wano team kede pimir wan team tikana mir wano wore kede kana pimir wano bediye kadu wano bedo do ata kitono romi jo bedo abo geni komwani karokene owile wako nyoromo wile wako.
So I want you to understand how we are going to interact with you today when we have opened our doors.
Ame nikide wano yabu kede dogolo atini inyang kitame wano kubere kede nyole yo kede lok yakina wan kede un.
I therefore call upon you to take advantage of this important event and walk around the stall, ask questions and explanations from the officers at each stand.
Donc kedemana mi niuti kede gumi nyuaride ni me wani keboro eka to bedo kede pain eka to neneno kakagi mogo ame mitte me wani yiko kuma menuti agonya we kono bed kede kare meti mabe piru dohi.
We will make this an annual event, if possible 2 times a year. This is the second time I'm mentioning it.
Anwa yokobuni omitu nenoni omiu ginubeda metie kare kede kare kadunga titiri tenario imwahachiel babudu chimabera
karo. Because there's very clear testimony here that we could have a lot of conversation from this side and this side, that engagement. It can even take us days. That's why the Chief Magistrate all the time was being told, pick a few, leave those ones. Meaning that there are still some issues we could discuss with you.
Tija mapola mekara nuo wuni mitunungeyo onyumir wanda ungei boru bien kao neno chadenda motimere kan ileun lok bot jotungi da leun lok kedu mando miwangeyo ni pira tek total mekodi gini beda tie.
I wish to thank all those entities that have mounted this stall to exhibit their products and services.
Amina po total iriunge da papat dulti da papat mokelo meja gite chibukan ekade da miwangeyo ngoche amegino timo.
In a special way, the Judiciary would like to appreciate the Law Development Center here.
Yora malo mechel timungol kop tiamiro poyo Timelo Development Center.
Pro bono services to poor people, our poor people within this community who cannot afford the services of a lawyer.
Ngo medung tie ame miru dwok boro kana le ena yeni wuni miu coin budjo na habon ngata goro ame peramo nungo kare kidaride metunu kana miru woriye.
They pitched camp yesterday and they were offering services here, legal advice. Even today they continue to do the same.
Aworo wano neno kan gino bino miyo tam kupa kwa hochi kide kita miyo jami wotke na hedikuni da wano neno kan.
You may also wish to know, ladies and gentlemen, that most of them from all these are students. They are our children. So we need to give them a lot of support. Imagine if they are giving back to the society now when they are students. What if when they complete?
Dogina me piro te kamiro wano ngeni Johnny ubirutino wa unu ame dado hobiro ginotin kwan kadung kita megin purbiro ginotin kwan romi wa kuri konyi karakadi mado ginodonyo ko horo don kereman miu wano ngeni miro migi chwa kaduong total.
The judiciary now is running on the theme, a people-centered approach to justice.
Kita medong kopti kede jo timu ngol kopo ti wot kede pen kopa mekoni timu gami alubere kede kita me jo ti kede mi wot me guru jo.
You have noticed we are now opening our doors much wider to the public.
Wando yabo dogola wa light to 12 boat judicial.
You can walk in and get information.
Iramu woro ekete nungo agam me pehoni.
On that note, I would like to thank all the cultural leaders that have attended this function and those that sent in their apologies that they were unable to attend.
Donc remana mi doko pochu lawa kino to alboro tela me atehere onyo tekwaro amegino bino tebero yika yene meni na tinini krijoke na mechawa diogyo ko pete binero chwalo kwena mekishagi.
I got a list of 171 clan leaders. Is it true you have Councillor Adong? Are they there? 171 clan leaders. Uitong, are they there? It is subjective. Now the lawyer has started. It is subjective. You will not get the number. I'm going to ask the church. They will tell me, yes, it's around that. But a lawyer now.
Icha penye ente gami lepchik. Ero kanu apenyo kanisha. Kanisha nuroko ni ti diri meka kanor kano. Ero mani kira penye kede plida. Endo gami leba plide kokome. Nadana pe koporiye.
But I have their numbers.
Ero nagira tiki number gi.
And I have a special program for you.
Donc kopa metiena yeni anatikire yi kora pira tekto
you are
12 boru.
Asking about the leaders. Yes, I already have them in mind, and we are arranging something good for them.
Donc
for us, not even for them, but for us and the entire Lango community.
Matme ya yini kopa me kwaho miyo kare kire twere boto tela. Donc man anatikire yi kora pirgi pepirgi to pirwa.
I have already spoken to the concerned authorities, and the Chief Justice will be coming here one of these days. If we organize before end of the month or early July, he will come here to interact with these leaders, because we want to train them as mediators. And particularly, we want to target land cases.
Dongado pirateka law idweni na mabishel la potpotum kado tumu kwa mechawa po yeyiwa chimuni ya chake medwe mabiro wano biro kede angol kopa duong me Uganda en binu te lok kede utela me otehere te me yugi chwak kun miyogi punyere tager watini mirwanu good kopikom lobo ametia ke lope ha duong twal inte bedo chalo hotel me leyutam.
You may have noticed that most of the complaints that came in here, I was noting, I wrote here, of the 18 that came, 15 were touching land. They were concerned with land, everything. Even the criminal that came in was actually coming from land.
Ineno ame put pana binu me chakulop. Jo mio pikia met. Gina paru ya boro. Apara bichi ye obido kopa me kwa holobo. Eka na habalo kene me otimere. Ao teke likot danu obido kopa me ngo gudu ene loba cheli.
That means that we cannot continue transacting business when it comes to land disputes the same way we've been doing all the years. Otherwise, this court will get filled up with land cases. We must change.
Donc ina pira teke na yene wan miro loho. Kape wan loho. Ununguni koti yene upongo kede kop me lobo keken. ame te dok beda tek ado petwere do mir wano nen yore metie ko kuno bedo kedo tela me atehere ya inyimwa.
Let me face you properly. So. Let me tell you, initially when I had just come to Langu, I really didn't like you.
Amani wuno tela me atehere koptieni ame an puda bina lao ya chaki
I'm a very open man, and I will tell you the reason.
Abindan kubutien lokere kamite.
Every time I was doing my criminal cases there, people would come with all sorts of papers and signatures, and they tell me, you know, the clan has sat down with this clan, they've resolved this, and they say somebody who has committed murder should be released, and so on, blood compensation, and so on. And I tried to fight it. You remember I sent out some warrants of arrest to bring witnesses and compel them to give evidence.
Ipoyo karapoda bina un anu warama nungo chingu binu borwa de koni achala teher wanu beru ping kida teher ngadi chinga dang jokerene jori yeme gelo ko dota mi kopi wotu mo hakari kono beru kop mennek duman oberu kiname ana tet dwenyi ya tek unde poyo na ba.
But the beauty of being a public servant is that everywhere you go the culture is different, and all you need to do is to adjust if you are going to be successful.
Endo uningeo ni achalo teacher
and quickly adapt.
Ingeo ni achalo teacher gamente tek kere biratie akaro walk tekwar papat tekwar me lao pati tekwar me kanokene kana ye kanokene arom binu kana nuni papatere tie dogina pira tek ena yeni mirin pe tel tol ate ha mirini jong tol e kadene no kita me jamino worro kede yagi kimere te chobera be.
After interacting with a few people from here and reading also some literature, I came to discover that Lango is one of the people that actually have one of the most powerful cultures somebody can ever think about in the world.
Iyongeye abindo atabero pinga te keboro atene kwa kwano jami moga meti church kede no kene meda no neno kita wudi beru no kede areno ni lao kari wilo baloro tikire te kwar morate kado law dushu adaw miro bapti wada poyo ba pi mi lao bedo kitono.
And within their cultural practices is embedded a system of dispute resolution.
Eka te kwara chela nyu tela mete kwara no chela no tienga toro me telo dwekokin nyuri yutal.
That is very cheap.
Ame wiler yoda do hayora.
Very quick.
Dang time o yot.
And you know it fosters reconciliation instantly.
Danke neno moti nuni kelo ni aera ber kelo kayu chup yot tape balu chawa.
So I decided to harvest the good things in that cultural system other than fighting you. That's why now we are going for mediation.
Dongina me anoti mo yunge keboro jawni dishu anata nen na me check kamera wa chama ye bala kure na makoni ate kwanyo bere chiki keda do eno miyo chawa ni ate koni anti kede wata ber kede wunu tela me ate here da do anti amar wundok kida metimu kede jamundo ngalo dishu.
And that means that I'm going to ride on your back and I will harvest the results. Meaning that the cases which we are going to give you to resolve, they will be counted as cases that have been resolved within the Lira High Court. And when the Chief Justice sees the big numbers, he might even think it's me alone, meaning I'm doing a good job here. So I should endeavor to train you so that you can resolve those disputes very fast. And we help our people.
Dogina metie ena yeni ando yeya wunu ayiri yungewu ka yiri yungewu na chalo mete kwaro atenen no ngo aber ametie bala na me akokobuni ate tikede man biro konyo amemi yo kopa meti kota mo yiri wokcha do ko ping yot eka adunga melowa amebeda ngol kopa dunga Uganda cha te koni Lira High Court ko pereng wa yot daw tum yot tutwal amia pocha dun tutwal achoka beda manu pe ane na timo no une na metimu no.
Your Worship, the Mayor, you asked for a city court. I've taken note of that and we'll discuss it with my bosses so that we can see whether we can give you a magistrate specifically to deal with these town matters, which you told me those small matters which need quick resolution.
Imat Mayor, iniko bani Lira City tiamit ngolkop doana ama homanu da choko ping ngoana timo arwate kede achwalo bot adunga melowa cha temi yubore enten no piena niang abere uniti mitunu ngol kopa me jamo gotia titina me miru tiko ko yot ame pe balo chawa kauti mere dai lungu reportere abe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we should also thank the top management of the judiciary, because ever since I stepped here, if you remember very well, we had very, very few magistrates. And the first thing I was told, there are no magistrates. One magistrate is in Apala, Lira, where, then so many. How many magistrates do we have now? 17. Let me ask the magistrates again. Those that have just come this year and last year, could you please stand up?
Luak ame ni kwanya me poyo dong ame lo ngol kopi Uganda. Ikarana binu kana nu kopu ngol kope hame duong ritual inuni na chelo roke kana tia pala chelo tia pa chikwe eda mani chani ana te chwalo report ichawo ne tikide gina par we are be ritual dani na migo yao chunke tien gini.
So an addition of 7 magistrates, I think they are supposed to be 7. 5 are here, but according to my records, they were supposed to be 7. As an addition, it's a very big boost.
Dongo ametie omediwa biro. Amed me abiru pobeda medda titiri ba wuningi kada chela ken petitiri. Eri yakine mo harioni omediwa gina biro. Jo abishu chunkan aineno ni wangu eto tigina bira mo mediwa.
Upon looking at the workload that we have in the High Court, I immediately made a case for a second judge that I badly needed assistance.
Ngokene ame doha tia neno dang ame wune katukede bedo me kubuni mirmediwa angol kopukene dang aditere.
And many people have talked about it here. So the results of all these people coming up to ask for a second judge, I think can now be seen in this way. One, they have gazetted Dokolo and Apache as High Court circuits.
Dongo ametie adwogi memi uni wanu tumito unyai kome ngol kop unya wilgi ena yeni keneno doholo kida patch umiyogi twero mebedo.
What remains now
ngwado donchani
is to operationalize them
bedo memi yogido bedo chako
by sending their judges and staff.
Obedo memi yobeda metia teach mechwalo ngol kop.
But in the meantime, I can advise, we can still ask for a second judge here to sit with me here.
Ento ena me okene dohena yeni obedo me kwayo ngol kopa dito kene me binu bedo borwa lera kana me beda kande tito kene.
But before all that is done,
enta me manupot pe otimere.
I want to appeal to you and understand me very well.
Amita kuawure ni yangu na bear man.
One of the cases that has been actually making your resident judge go away from the circuit to the neighboring circuit of Gulu, that is a case you very well know, the LRA case of Koyelo.
Ginukene ame otimere en ame miyo chiokene inuoni angol kopa duong amir bed borrakan woro kodok I yibo jirani Gulu kucha.
That case has been
Koyelo ameno bedo
that case has been in the court for over 15 years. But I'm happy to mention that we are concluding it before September. We've been given orders to conclude it before September. So again, you may not see me around. When you come and look for the judge will not be there for some time. But you can at least hold on until September.
Dongo ametie ko pasha otero muka paru ya bi yeto amuta be tieni wa duma bongwen anun ko putumo ko dango mi wa twer met timoni o timo ko mo duma bongwen potuno do kayni binu kan no ape no wor kulin ko rati tidi yunge duma bongwen wando do to medde do kede kitame yor wor kede.
I also want to emphasize on one point.
Amin nido hamed jingo tekko pachel
that the judge will continue hearing both civil and criminal cases.
Ni ngol kopa duong binu medeme winyu bala titino kede na don dishu.
Civil criminal cases are the ones that take our relatives, our friends and so on in jail. And I want to tell you that our prisons, we are not doing very well. The OCs here, the prisons are full.
Do en kule bala na koboni bedo bala ameka okeli court miyo chwalo dani puch. Donc ka chwalo dani puch te bedo kunu. Eno kunu tiu pong do twal imata melo prison me Lira tikan romo kuchaden.
So I will be trying to balance. I hear some civil, I also hear some criminal. So at times your land matter may not be attended to because I have to create space for the criminal cases as well.
Donc ko pametie ena yeni ando mira kedgi kilo Atetero Pierre Beach, ye bala doncha, Pierre Beach, ye no kene eka piman, chimoni kop melobo chiunkene, one pe winyo tope.
I really want to appreciate you so much for the candid discussions that we've had.
Era menia puru to alba pile yutame wano beo no kerekane.
The one who took the first shot was the LC5 chairman. Thank you so much.
Ngata mo chaho bayo me achelo biru chairman of Beach men Lira district ko
feedback because you interact with the people out there where some of us can't go. And they complain to you, they cry to you.
Ini mio me adeteni pien na ini worbo Joni, tiokene Joni pero tunu borwa dok ini mio kiti no ini mio duan Joni.
They are complaining there are delays in the disposal of cases.
Geno tiu chochora ni read of total me kopi tuni ya gikmere.
True, to some extent, there are delays.
Adeteni kai neno momot kakanoro nudang giro temuri.
But there are factors that have led to that.
Endo kai ngio ya be tigigi moga me miu jameno no ri kitono.
The discussion of those factors is not going to be for today.
Keboro I jameno no pero lokmeni na tinini.
Those factors may be from within the judiciary.
They may also
be from outside the judiciary and beyond. I have already told you the type of people I interact with on a daily basis. And if you have such people, so as some of the people that you interact with, you are bound to face such problems. The judiciary is taking a different approach nowadays regarding land matters. They are putting some funding in land cases so that before you order an eviction or before you decide a land case, at least visit the locus.
Ame otia ketu chente moro kopa kwa hako melobo ame mio put po riemo ngatoro onyo oti hokopono mirini wote kadro atekiri jo iwang ticha me kopono tiye.
When you visit locus you see a lot of things and the truth comes out.
Kaini wori iwang ticha me kopoti ye ini nyanga bere lang keboro ateteni ame peo terra.
As I look at the clergy there, let me say this.
Kado aneno utijoba kano we hakobi man kuatena nogi.
I went one time for a land matter and they had the land title which I looked at in court and it was very clean in Imbarara. But when I reached the land itself and I asked them, show me this land, the land was not there.
Ngomoti mere karamatim barra kucha. Kopelo binubora ame balomero ti ulil tutwal. Erisha adona ya wori wang ticha me kopiti ye.
And the case had taken some time until I went to the local.
Jami kopa kwa holoboni nyu kopene bidume loboni no ri tutwal.
Decision became very easy.
Erikara wor kucha kopdo tebere yore do gonjo kene.
Those are the people at times we deal with out there.
Manno obero kurijo me wano tiu keregi ka woro kucha.
I am not going to put up a total denial regarding the corruption you talked about.
Angere pe kwero udushu pachende miechel kobi kumchamo chana meni kobo.
You know the problem about the crime of corruption is that it is committed by two willing people.
Ingeo imunga metie kobi kumchamo chana ena yeni ballere jwari yo metimo.
And in secrecy.
Eka ibalere ni utimi mungba.
Under the table, in darkness, and so on.
Jawuru ateka notoka muchini mung peo miobero kanalere.
And when I am pointing a finger, I don't want to point it to only one side.
Dokana chimuwang, pe chimuwang or keken achimu riyo nyu kanodishu.
We should move even now further beyond the receiver and also go for the giver who is giving a bribe.
Me achel pe wano nen ngato gamo keken koda onen ngato miyo niene ngato miyo nien per bedok bale dida la ngato gamo.
Who is tempting my officers?
Yini nga ni ameti keto angol kopa nyoti che kota ni yatema duong to walwoki.
How will a judge or magistrate know that this file is juicy, has money without you people from out there coming?
Pekere tiye cheniti ye ape ini kelegi.
Let me now point, and I am warning you who are spoiling my people, don't come to tempt my people. With this finger. Just know that on that matter, we are going to fight you until the last minute. Don't tempt my people. I will work on my house as well, but don't tempt my people. Don't bring anything to them.
Achika noini yin orno me ti ga miuchene noe. Kachi atenungi yin me miuchene te ballo tichuani te mio. Jona beru kere goro ka ne chene noe in chene ka temi kere ang te
You are supposed to get free services here at the court. If you come to the registry and they ask you to pay, ask for there is a chart. Some of the services you are supposed to pay. Ask for a chart, they will show you how much you are supposed to pay. Pay and get a receipt.
The company kaini binu ikanameo amu jami ye gamo papar ye nyu keru chocho ye auto ko bichol ginora pen papara me nyuru ngoi cholo no. If
anybody tells you that the judge needs money or this is for the judge, come and ask me. There is no way you are going to fail to get audience with him. Even if you fail to get their audience, you got one of those priests, got one of these leaders there, tell them. They will give me a straight call and I will listen to you. And tell me so and so is asking for money for this file and so on. So that we stop these allegations. It takes two to tango. With the tango dance, you don't dance alone. And who brings the money?
Koptieni, kao peni cholchene moro. Yin bin bora kabinu bora ola yore keri yore eto tieni ikelo chaden ame tiateteni adao lil ame teretie.
If you have lost a case, ask the staff, they will help you and know the next procedure. The next step, the procedures are well laid out. You appeal. Now, finish that.
Kao loy yin bin bot to teacher. Eka ginte nyuti ngoch ya miri ni team iwon malu kai won malu gina nyuti ni team ni aman yore kiri yore.
I have recorded all the 18 statements that comments or questions that came out here on the microphone.
Ana bero ping ate choyo ngome uni kobu ni dushu peke aparu ya bor ni dushu.
About 15 of them are about land.
Apara bichi ye bero kopa kwa holobo.
2 of them appreciated the judicial officers.
We
are so grateful.
You are yomi to 12 pi uni poida.
One was talking about a criminal case. Be sure you are going to hear from my office very soon all these 18.
Iyakina para borni kanyakino bedametike genni iwinyo akadningo ibora iye.
But solution number 1 that I have seen to all these problems, the 18 that are here, and all those comments that are on paper there, is that there seems to be a lack of information. People need explanations, just explanations on what to do. And that's why they end up suspecting and coming up with all sorts of stories.
Agamer tieni meti kujamini ninchalo tieni jo ngitio menu remuwa nyo gigi motia miru yari tere. Enemio chamoro beru kira kala ni loko wilo ngado ko unyo yamanamba.
On that note, starting from Monday, we are going to come up with a desk here at the High Court and here at the Chief Magistrate's Court and all the courts in this circuit to see how we can avail you the necessary information. Come make contact with us and we shall explain to you things. There's going to be somebody to explain. That's something that's with immediate effect. We are going to have some officers there to explain.
Mando romba puching na hakado hano elevlao. Ena yeni menti kuman I High Court kasha oberu kede ngatoro ame yini woro kede penyi ento gammi I koto kanidang yini woro kede penyi ento gammi yore kede yore. Kama otimere ngech binuramo wa romdo bapuching wa bene poyo.
Once again, I would like to thank all the jealous members for turning up and erecting the stalls for exhibits.
Mario mera midoha po time jealous me gini binukan eka te keto mejigi kan eka te birokide kare me miyo jonge yongo me timere.
I want you to know that all our stakeholders that we cannot do anything without you. We rely on you. We do appreciate all your support.
Domini ngeoni wundang iberuno jo me pirgitek ikopiene the one paromotimo ginoro abon yin karibira te dero ameti pachukucha.
Rest assured, myself and my team there that you've seen, We are committed to serving you. Whatever the circumstances, we shall continue serving you.
Damit ni amed ni wan karachel ke timwa wan otie me tich piru dan wan obinu tich piru kitame obanda mirni wan minuti ke piru.
And we thank the people of Uganda for giving us an opportunity to serve you. Thank you so much for listening to
me. Opo jome Uganda memi wa twero me tich piru dan wan obinu tich piru opo matek me winyu wa unu ateha.
A big round of applause, please, as the chief guest. Before we can have the anthem. We have something very delicious here. I have not tasted, but I think it is delicious. Please, let's take our seats.
Yeah, we have some cake here to be cut, and we are going to cut it before we have the anthems in the reverse.
But before we can do that, allow me use this opportunity to appreciate our Lord Chief Guest.
We want to thank you
very sincerely for accepting to stand in for the principal judge. Can we do that by clapping, please? I also want to join the chief guest in thanking the organizers.
YouTube channel ramo lobo yore kede yore ka tia wot mora me put perungeo nyo imitumni winwa nyo wopo YouTube ko be wore QFM te subscribing te da nyo lobo yore jammi apigi tega me timerala karshel kara mutwa me chawadek program me yiro tolo dang pero YouTube ko be bye kono dwa ko Judicial ame jala chawage te be do wopo yore kede yore